Hello, everybody. How's it going? We've got a beautiful Friday night. USC softball versus the USCB Sand Sharks. I'm Tyler Perrone here with the best in the business, Austin McConnell. We've got two 5-inning exhibition games for you. I'm on play-by-play for the first. He's on play-by-play for the second. Austin, what are you looking into for tonight's game?
I'm just looking to see the talent that we've brought back, but also brought into this program, you know, after a very, very successful season, one of, if not the most successful season in South Carolina softball history last year. I'm excited to just hit the field again, hit the diamond. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what kind of talent we have remaining on this roster. A lot of girls returning, a lot of girls coming in, and just excited to see kind of, you know, them play multiple positions. You know, you're not limited to one in an exhibition match like tonight. So very excited to see how Chastain Woodard just moves these girls around and just finds out what works best for them ahead of their spring season.
Absolutely. Second-year head coach Ashley Chastain Woodard looking to have a good one after her debut with South Carolina, coming from Charlotte, as did most of the team, like you said. But one of the people I'm looking at for the Gamecocks, Arelimar.
Yep.
Absolute monster, hit home runs like nobody's business. Her and Quincy Lilio from Oklahoma, sort of that 1-2 punch, the get on base and the get them off base tandem.
Yep.
I'm looking to see this as one of the best scoring teams in the SEC, if not all of softball for this year. But there's also a 1-2 punch in the pitching depth. We saw somebody warming up in the bullpen. Who's the starter for Game 1?
Game 1 for USC will be Neely Lamb, also another returner from last year. Very solid pitcher. And then I also kind of wanted to go back to the batting order real quick. Carly Shelton, a very good middle infielder, plays second base, shortstop, kind of fluctuates in the middle there depending on who they're playing, but very good lockdown defender. Can, you know, when she's on the balls of her feet, she is so quick. She can move side to side, almost like a soccer goalie in a PK. Just quick reaction, side to side, diving effort. So very excited for her defensively. But going back to Neely Lamb, yeah, very solid last year. Jory Hurd, obviously, she's coming back too. I don't expect to see her in the circle tonight, at least starting. We'll see if she gets any action throughout the game, but very excited to see kind of the mix of players, you know, the ones who are kind of the vets of South Carolina. And then we've got a couple from Kentucky, Mississippi State. Julie Kelly is getting the start in Game 2, so we'll see her later as well. But kind of those SEC foes now becoming teammates.
Absolutely. And for USCB, not as star-studded, but not an SEC program. We expect that a lot of either freshmen or juniors on this Sand Shark team. Looking forward to see that. And Cody Yeski, the head coach over there. So I think it's going to be a great one. Like I said, we've got two 5-inning exhibitions. This does not go on the record books tonight, but we'll have that in about 5 minutes for you. Stay tuned with us. Once again, Tyler Perrone, Austin McConnell for SGTV. Top of the first, the Sand Sharks batting to start the game. Kate Conway leading off for the Sand Sharks as we've got Neely Lamb in the circle for the Gamecocks. Looking forward to it. Now, new catcher, McKay. Have not seen her before last year. Different people with the mitt. Let's see how Neely Lamb adjusts to that. I'm sure she'll be just fine.
Yeah, the transfer from Ole Miss, so staying within the SEC. Another one of those SEC faux opponents now becoming a teammate. So we'll see if Lamb and McKay can get on the same page here early. That would obviously help very much in the fall if they can get things started on the right foot.
Definitely, and something interesting that we saw, Quincy Lilio playing in left.
Playing in left, yeah, we were just kind of talking how we normally see her at catcher, center field. You mentioned second base a little bit as well, but
a touch maybe for a little bit.
But I think that's just part of Chastain Woodard's exhibition plans, just putting girls in different areas, just trying to see what's going to work and what feels comfortable to them. Maybe if Lilio has a couple struggling innings out left and she comes in, she's like, I don't like this, then maybe she'll move them around. Just trying to get a feel here.
And the right fielder, Kate Conway, slaps it and gets to first on, you could say an error. It's a tough throw, but yeah.
Yeah, not first pitch swinging, kind of just chopped it to that left side. Yes, so Conway hit the ball. Conway, excuse me. It's exhibition for us too, but Anderson with the throw, just struggling a little bit to get it across the diamond on a kind of a weird spin off the bat too, kind of hit off the top of it.
Runner on first, ball one for Tamaya Whitlock, the left fielder, also going for the slap approach. Let's see, Neely Lamb did not look rattled at all. Deep breath. Swings through it, 1-1 count for Tamaya Whitlock.
Yeah, look for Beaufort to be aggressive here early. Obviously, going up against an SEC powerhouse, you want to slap him in the mouth early.
Called strike on the outside corner, 1-2 count. And something interesting Kate Conway is doing, knee fully on the ground at first base. I think that's to maybe make it so that she doesn't leave the bag early. Pumps, goes outside. 2-2 count for Tamaya Whitlock. Neely Lamb is working quickly.
And I'm looking at Conway now that you mention it. She kind of picked her knee up once it came set, but very low to the ground still.
Swung through it into the catcher's mitt. That's the first out of the inning for Neely Lamb. 2-2 count, swung through. One out, one on first for the Sand Sharks.
So just like that, Lamb records her first strikeout of the season.
And now all of the outfielders have been up. Saria Simmons now, the center fielder, number 9. Good contact to the second baseman to first. Rhodey fields it cleanly for the fielder's choice. 2 outs in the top of the first.
Yeah, kind of thought Shelton was going to turn around there and make the tag on Conway, who's kind of right behind her for a double play opportunity, but she takes it easy and just gets the easy out at first. 2 away here in the top half of the first.
Absolutely. Conway makes her way to second on that. And now we've got the second baseman, Chloe Turner, in the box for the Sand Sharks, the righty. Looks at strike one down the pipe, 0-1 count. Neely Lamb, I think that first pitch swing from Conway maybe, puts a little bit of nerves in you, a little fear of God, but not for Neely Lamb. Big swing to right, and that is caught by Byers. We're going to the bottom of the first, no score. I don't even want to call it a jam for Neely Lamb. It was really just one base runner on the first pitch of the game. You throw something in the zone because you want to live there, but I think that was a really solid defensive inning for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and that first hit was kind of just a tough play. It was kind of a weird spin off the tip of the bat. So tough for Anderson to really grab control of the ball and throw it across the diamond with, how short the base paths are. It was very, very easy for a quick person like Conway to reach first on a weird, wacky ball. But good effort from from Beaufort there. I liked how they were swinging the bat. I like how they weren't just watching everything go by, and
Yeah.
you know, they were trying to put balls in play. Just like you said, great defensive effort from the Gamecocks there.
I'd rather go out swinging than looking every
Absolutely.
day. I haven't seen the rest of this lineup for the Sand Sharks, obviously, but the first two look to be slappers, so that's something of note for this Gamecock pitching staff, as the pitcher for the Sand Sharks, Murphy, toes the rubber, stands tall in the circle, number 10. Let's see what she gets up to. I'm not incredibly familiar with her arsenal. Her catcher is MJ Stratinger. Tosses it back as Quincy Lelio, a name that we're very familiar with. Great leadoff. I believe had the second highest OBP and average of, if not the SEC, all of the NCAA. It's hard for me to differentiate because the person who was in first for both of those categories was also in the SEC, so.
Yeah, very solid for the leadoff position. It's exactly what you want out of your leadoff batter. Just get on base. It doesn't even matter how you do it. Just find a way. And excited to see what she can do in this upcoming season here, and including tonight.
Something interesting, too. Both of these teams lefty leadoffs.
Yep.
There's really nothing to that other than it's interesting. But, yeah, two lefty leadoffs.
Yeah, look at that.
Ooh, Murphy has a really interesting grip on the ball. I'm not quite sure what that was. It looked like, have you ever seen, like, cricket, like how they hold the ball inverted? It
Yes.
kind of looked like that coming out of the glove.
Yeah, it looks like it kind of starts that way for her, and then once she gets into the back of her windup, kind of like the apex of her windup, then she kind of turns it around and flicks it in there. So
really interesting release, but semi-accurate, close to the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike now, as that's tipped off of Lelio's bat.
tried to lay a bunt down there, kind of just skipped off home plate and hit Stratinger in the face mask there.
Yeah, most people don't expect Lelio to have speed. But she does.
Yep.
And I think that's one of the things that actually makes her the most dangerous, because you look at her, ooh, strike.
That's going to sting right off her ankle.
Hit her foot. Yeah. 2-2 count now to Lelio, who hit the ball off of her foot. I was saying, though, the dangerous thing about her is her speed, because she looks like she has power, and she does, but you don't expect the speed, as Murphy. Ball 3. Full count now for Lelio.
So good look early in the season at a full count.
Roped over the first base line. Lelio's going to get to second, maybe third. She's going for third. And she gets there. Third base ump calls safe. Lelio lead off triple at maybe one of the best spots for that ball to land in the ballpark. I saw the white paint go off of the line. Beautiful stroke. And this lineup doesn't get any less dangerous.
No, it does not, with Carly Shelton coming up, but beautiful hit from Lelio, kind of to touch on your point, the chalk flying up in the outfield as well. Just pulls it down the line, and I didn't expect her to go for 3 there. I really didn't, but there it is. That speed you were talking about. She rounded second and had no doubt in her mind that she was going to make it to third. That's exactly what she did. So Carly Shelton out to bat, Tyler.
The second baseman, you were talking about the lateral movement and the speed, as that ball is way outside. 2 lefties to start off this lineup. I think maybe that's a difficulty that Murphy has to adjust to. Floater inside on the loose ball. Quincy gets there. Catcher could not corral it. MJ Stratinger. So 2-0 count now for Carly Shelton as Quincy Lelio comes home. Murphy checks the wristband, fires. Swung on by Shelton. It gets past the first baseman, and Shelton stays at first. That was Callie Eubanks for the Sand Sharks. Made a diving attempt. That was a short hop on a hard hit ball. Difficult play. And now we get to the first righty in the Gamecocks roster and arguably the most dangerous hitter in all of the SEC, if not the NCAA.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of calling up quite a few of her home runs last season when SGTV was covering the regular season, and I expect no different this upcoming year.
I don't think we've actually said her name. The batter is Rodríuez, by the way. And she watches one inside and one out to start a 2-0 count. We've got a runner on first, a run scored by the Gamecocks, none out in the bottom of the first against the USC Beaufort Sand Sharks. And their pitcher Murphy fires. Rhodey, souvenir for the parking lot.
And I want to talk about the top half of this line, or the top three in this lineup: Lilio, Shelton, and Rhodey, all leading off. All returners as well, veterans of this Gamecock squad. And then you got a couple new faces in the locker room coming up next.
Strike called on the outside corner. 2-2 count now for Ariana Rhodey. Madison Murphy really needed that. It's not that she's been pitching poorly. She's been pitching around the zone, hitting corners, but it's a good lineup. Struck to center field, gets past the fielder. Shelton does not round third, but Rhodey gets all the way to second as Simmons for the Sand Sharks kind of, I don't want to say lost it in the sun, but didn't get back far enough. I thought that was going to land way before the warning track, but it carried.
It did. It got all the way to the wall, and it was just a line drive off the bat of Rhodey. That's the power we were talking about there. And just put barrel to ball and just absolutely got a hold of it. Rhodey picking up right where she left off with a double.
Yeah, and it looks like they just substituted her with a pinch runner. Mia McKnight struck through. Tori Ensley, the center fielder, starts with an 0-1 count. We were talking about some new people. This is Tori Ensley, the junior, not new to softball, but new to this team, the transfer from NC State. 1-1 count for her.
Yeah, so a lot of the transfers we've been talking about have been through the SEC to other SEC schools. This one comes from the ACC, so not only changing teams, also conferences.
Straight up the gut, Ensley gets to first, going for second. Both runners score, and Ensley gets to second. Bases clearing double for the new addition, Tori Ensley. 3-0 Gamecocks, none out. And the Madison Murphy show just got a little dimmer. She's getting spoken to by 33. That's Chloe Turner, her second baseman.
Yeah, and for Murphy, it's so hard to pitch to the top half of this lineup because they all have power and speed. It's very difficult.
And the runner gets to third on the passed ball. Now we've got Jamie McKay, the catcher, up to bat. The righty squares away, sees ball one. That's the second ball that's gotten past this USCB catcher.
Yeah, and Stratinger, the catcher, is actually going to come out and talk to her right after Turner just did. So just trying to keep her head on straight. And, you know, yeah, I just mentioned it's very hard to pitch to the top half of this lineup. But, you know, the minute you start getting a little too wild, you know, you got to start to reel it in and find the strike zone again.
Outside and up for Murphy. That's a 2-0 count now to Jamie McKay.
And you got to trust the 7 behind you. Even if they put it in play, you got to trust that the 7 behind you are going to make the play and get the out.
Well struck foul. McKay's stance is kind of Judge-esque. Very straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just watching her take that. It's a beautiful swing, but yeah, the stance is
baseball.
Very interesting. Yeah, very interesting in softball per se. Like you said, actually, you just took the words right out of my mouth. A baseball-like stance in such a close diamond of the softball field.
The pitch swung on into the glove. 2-2 now for McKay. She's taking daddy hacks.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's swinging for the track over there in left field.
Well framed, but ultimately outside. 3-2, full count for Jamie McKay. Madison Murphy, this would be a huge, huge first out. The pitch. Swung on. Gets past the net. And into the Gamecocks dugout.
Caught them by surprise. Saw like 5 or 6 of them kind of flinch down there. But good pitch from Murphy there, you know. And then also props to Mackey staying alive. You know, that wasn't exactly her pitch, but a little behind it, but stays alive, and we got another full count pitch here.
Swung on again. Blooper. Fielded. And the runner stays at third. The first out for Madison Murphy, a big one.
And so they Murphy kind of went back to that pitch there that Mackey was just behind on. And then again there, it was a little more inside, kind of choked her up a little bit, kind of came off the handle of the bat and pop out.
A good full count pitch as Lexi Winters swings on the first one she sees. It gets to left, caught by the left fielder. Not enough juice on it though. Tori Ensley scores, making it 4-0 Gamecocks. 2 out, the sac fly for Lexi Winters.
Yeah, if you're gonna fly out, do it into deep deep outfield. Great chance taken there by Whitlock. Had some good arm power on that. Sorry, Tyler.
No, you're all good. Hey, man, it's all up here. Now the shortstop, Shay Anderson, sees the first one outside and down. 1-0 count for her. 2 out for the Gamecocks. 4-0. Swung on. Fair. Is she going to round second? No, she does not. Wow. Shay Anderson stays at first. Every single person in this lineup, I think, can be dangerous.
Whitlock just showed off her arm strength again from left field. She absolutely blazed that one in a second.
That's true. That's even, you know, the hard part of being a left fielder in that situation is when the runner's on third, you can't do much, but Shay Anderson can do a lot.
Yeah.
On the pitch, she gets second. 0-1 count now for Alyssa Hovermail. Hovermail swings, it gets past. Whitlock tries to go home again, and there's the out. You talked about Whitlock's arm and left, and it pays absolute dividends there as she gets the ball into MJ Stratinger to end the first inning. Gamecocks up 4-0 over the USCB Sand Sharks. We'll be right back in just a second. Well, what a first inning, Austin. The Gamecocks put up 4 as a not quite a 1-2-3 inning for Neely Lamb, starting it off as that first runner, Kate Conway, did get on. But now we finally made it to the 5th man in this lineup, and it is the catcher, MJ Stratinger, who was a half of that play to get them out of the 1st inning. Lamb pumps, fires, ball. 1-0 count for MJ Stratinger.
Yeah, Lamb's 1st inning was super quick, too. First pitch swinging from Conway, the only base runner of the inning. I feel like I wasn't totally keeping score, but mentally, I think it was about a 10-12 pitch inning.
It was not many more than that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We do not have live stats on us, but it's just 2 young men doing our best to score this softball game. 2 softball games tonight for SGTV. 1-1 count to MJ Stratinger. Make it 1-2.
Good fastball there from Neely Lamb. Absolutely froze Stratinger. Didn't think she was going to swing at all, and then kind of hesitated and then pulled the trigger anyways.
That's one thing I really like about Lamb's arsenal. She rocks a traditional fastball.
Yes.
A lot of softball pitchers don't, and they're expecting medium pace with rise. She gives full pace, no rise.
And she can place it anywhere, too. That's the beauty of it.
She places it right down memory lane, and it's a bad memory for MJ Stratinger as she heads back to the dugout. That's the 1st out of the inning. Neely Lamb making quick work of this Sand Shark lineup. But number 44, the designated player, Taylor Chang, stepping into the box for Beaufort. Good crowds for both sides. First pitch. Outside and up, 1-0 count.
Yeah, Beaufort not too far up the road. Nice little Friday night trip for some friends and family.
Beautiful night for some softball.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. All day it's been gorgeous. Little bit on the breezier side, but we're starting to feel those October fall temperatures.
I like to keep it breezy as Taylor Chang feels the breeze of that strike. 1-1. 1 out for the Sand Sharks. Down 4 runs to the Gamecocks. In the top of the 2nd, Chang watches ball 2.
I like how Lamb took a lot off that pitch, though. She's been going fastball, 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 it feels like, for the last 5 or 6 pitches. Really took a lot off of that one. And a good composure by Chang not to swing out of her shoes on it.
Hits the fastball, gets to the shortstop, and it is caught. Wow. Shea Anderson, good play. I don't want to say, it's the play that you look for as a shortstop. You get the short hop. You got to go straight to first with it. Good composure from Anderson. Now we've got Callie Eubanks stepping in, the first baseman. 2 outs for the Sand Sharks. And it's looking like it's gonna be 3. That is Byers with the catch in right. We're gonna go to the bottom of the 2nd, where the Gamecocks are gonna look to extend their lead. And I said it while we were on break, Neely Lamb with run support is a dangerous, dangerous beast.
Yep. And that's exactly what the Gamecocks did really well last year. They kind of started the games a little slower. First couple innings, it would take a while to get their bats warmed up. But once they got runners on base and once they started scoring runs and taking leads, pitchers like Neely Lamb, Jory Hurd, they were all able to just take a deep breath and get a little creative with it, too, because they had that wiggle room to do so. So if they can do that again this year, Gamecock defense can be very dangerous.
Yeah, and I see somebody in the bullpen for the Gamecocks. I don't know if that's still Lamb. It is not. Who is that? That is Julie Kelly, the sophomore transfer from Kentucky in the bullpen. I'm excited to see her.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd see her until the 2nd game, to be honest with you, because on the lineup, that's what our card has. But I guess they're
maybe she's just getting warm early.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, we're only playing 5 innings in each game tonight, so very short games.
And the tops of the innings, we're only 2 in, but the tops of the innings have been short.
Yep.
Was that 1, 2, 3? I believe that
was
1, 2,
3 up, 3 down.
Yeah. Settling in is the 9-hole Kai Byers for the Gamecocks. From the way she's standing, I think she's a lefty. Oh, what'd I tell you, Austin? She's a lefty. Settles in. Madison Murphy now trying to shake those jitters from the first inning. Ball 1, outside and low.
The freshman from Virginia going to get some good looks here in exhibition play.
She looked good and right.
That hit her?
Yeah, seems like it. I didn't really hear any thud.
It looked like it grazed her a little bit. I'm not sure where. It was a high pitch, but home plate umpire popped up and called it, so.
Yep. Quincy Lilio back up. The lineup has turned for the Gamecocks in the bottom of the second. Yeah, this is a dangerous team. As Byers gets to second, we've seen them be aggressive on the base paths too.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of singles turn into stolen bases, and even what should have been singles or doubles turning into doubles or triples. So, I like it though. I like the aggressive base running as long as you're smart about it in some sense. I do like it. But not a bad start for Byers.
No, not at all.
Hit by pitch and then a stolen base right after. It's pretty good for the freshman.
Yeah, she put some dirt on it. Said, ah.
Yeah.
Lilio, the 1-1 count. Bouncer through everyone as Byers is coming home to score. And Lilio gets to first. That was crazy. It looked like the ball bounced off the front of the circle, like right where the incline starts. And that gave it just that little bounce to go over Murphy's head. And then it bounced close to the second base bag as well. A really strange bounce. But Carly Shelton steps into the box now as the Gamecocks make it 5-0, and Shelton is looking to extend that early.
Yeah, I've been very complimentary of Carly Shelton's defensive play from last year, but she was pretty solid at the plate too. Very good swing, and I think the 2 or 3 holes perfect for her. Well, 3 holes definitely for Ariana Rhodey, and she's in her power, but Shelton is very solid too.
Second strike on Shelton. She's swung at both. 5-0 Gamecocks in the bottom of the second. None out. Quincy Lilio on first. Byers came in to score. Murphy the pitch. 1-2 now. Madison Murphy looking to lock it in. Outside. Ball 2.
Not a bad pitch from Murphy there, trying to get Shelton to chase. Gave her some heat on the outside. Just threw it a little too far into the other opposing batter's box, but
Shelton was a righty. That would have been great.
Yeah.
Well, it might have hit her.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of hit, I didn't quite know if that bounced off the green first base bag. It did not. That's going to be a foul ball. Still 2-2 for Carly Shelton.
And speaking of hitting Shelton, it kind of came up near her chest or neck area. It looked like she had looked like that was kind of more of a reactionary swing than anything, but
it was defensive and aggressive at the same time.
Yeah, it stays alive.
Up the middle to the center fielder, caught. Lilio back to first. A clean, no frills out for USCB. Murphy talking to the dugout, saying that's what I needed. Looks like she is removing an article of clothing. I don't know what that is. Headband? Something
Yeah, it looks like a
that?
band or something like that. Maybe for. What's another belt?
No.
It's a belt. Okay.
All right.
I don't see that too often.
Nope. And the shortstop still being the pitcher's best friend, coming in, taking the ball, saying, come on, put your belt on, sister. I've never seen a belt swap in the middle of the game.
That's probably a first for me as well. And
what if that was the problem the whole time? What if she looks like prime?
She doesn't throw a ball the next
She looks like prime Yu Darvish.
Yeah.
She throws like a splinker.
Yeah. Yu Darvish, that's awesome. Great pitcher, by the way.
Great pitcher, by the way. Ariana Rhodey into the box. Looks at ball 1. Lelio still on first, 1 out for the Gamecocks. 5-0 the score, South Carolina advantage. New Belt Murphy. A little too low, that's ball 2. I gave Austin the giggles there.
That just caught me so off guard.
Struck to the second base. To the shortstop, excuse me. Alexander, good play. Gets it for the fielder's choice. Rhodey gets to first. 2 outs for the Gamecocks. Now Tori Ensley, really impressive that first inning. Good hitting, good base running. She got all the way home.
2 RBI double.
2 RBI double.
Oh.
Looking to get another one. That kind of half golf swing. Didn't hate the look. 0-1.
This is a good opportunity for Beaufort here, only limiting the Gamecocks to 1 run if they can here in the bottom half of the second with 2 outs.
Ball 1.
Ooh.
And she is in there. Second base ump says that the runner is safe. It was a close play.
I think that was a pitch runner, Lexi Shaver, if I'm not mistaken. If that says number 7.
It does say number 7.
Because that was Rhodey who got on base on the fielder's choice.
Swing in again. 1-2 count for Ensley. 2 outs for the Gamecocks. Now the runner on second. 6:33 p.m. your local time. I liked the pitch.
Yeah.
I liked the pitch from Murphy a lot. It had slow movement and outside break.
Yeah.
2-2.
And you just had Ensley swinging at the last couple, so you kind of want to throw it off the zone and out of the box.
That one inside, gets to left. Corralled by Whitlock. We're going to the top of the third. Only 1 run let up for the Sand Sharks. A noted improvement from that first inning, but we'll see you in the top of the third. Top of the third, Sand Sharks up to bat once again. Interesting note, though, in the circle, Julie Kelly, no longer Lamb. We thought that she wouldn't be seeing burn nearly this early. She's starting the second game. As she starts this first batter with a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, only 1 hit from Neely Lamb, 2 strikeouts, no runs given up in 2 innings pitched. Very solid for Neely Lamb, and now we got Emma Reynolds.
Swung through that one too, 0-2. Julie Kelly, Kentucky transfer, like I said. I don't know if she's also going to start game 2 now. Maybe she will, just getting ready early. Bounced off the dirt, 1-2 count.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be like kind of a 1-inning warm-up, you know, get some game action and then start her in game 2 as well. But
Yeah.
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
She may be getting used to seeing signs from Mackey.
Also a high possibility. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Shelton, or no, it's Lexi Winters playing catcher next game. So maybe just mixing up the looks a little bit and seeing what pairing works the best, like you said.
2-2 count to Emma Reynolds. Swung through that for the punchy. 1 out. Yeah, Lexi Winters was the predominant catcher last year. I think especially for Lamb. And the Lamb to Winters dynamic is really interesting because Lamb is really tall and Winters is not. So you get that down sloping angle on the fastball too. First cut goes straight into the stands. Someone caught that.
I thought I heard a mitt down there.
I heard the pop of a glove. This is Avery Alexander, the shortstop for the Sand Sharks, in the box now. 0-1 count to her. Her team's got 1 out on the board already. Swings at it once again. Hitting coaches would say she's on it. She's fouled it back twice.
Yep. Yeah, she's just a split second behind there. It's kind of fading to this right side of the net and just a tad late, but if she can speed up her swing a little bit here, that'd be barrel the ball.
Well, what I was thinking is if Kelly can speed up the pitch, which she does, that'll give her the punchy 0-2, not 0-2, 2 outs now, 0-0, new batter entirely. As Beaufort now gets back to the top of the lineup. Kate Conway is in, excuse me. I thought you were going to talk. He's taking a sip of water. That is totally
Well, I
cool.
will say something. Great call there, speeding it up on that pitch.
You said she was behind. I said, throw it faster. 1-0 count now to Conway. Kelly's looked really good.
Yeah, 2 strikeouts in her first 2 batters she's faced.
Checking the wristband before the pump fire. Slap to the shortstop. Back to first. Rhodey corrals it. Throws the ball perfectly back to the... No, I thought it was about to land in the middle of the circle, but it does not. We're going to the bottom of the third now.
It's funny you say that. My dad always... I played baseball growing up, obviously, probably like every kid in the Southeast did.
Every kid in America.
Everywhere, yeah, it was soccer and baseball. But the game where the catcher, after a strikeout, and they'll throw it back to the mound, it's kind of like a fun little gamble, whether it's going to land in the dirt on the mound or if it's going to stay in the little grass or dirt patch in front of the mound. So that's always a fun little guessing game. So a little lore there.
It's like horseshoes.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, boy. Getting colder, a little brisker in Columbia as the sun comes down, the lights come up. Friendship never ends.
Yeah, and I say it, I feel like every time I'm calling one of these games, but this is just a beautiful ballpark. I mean, the scenery and
the view is great.
It's amazing, and we're lucky enough to be in the big window. We can
know.
see everything now. Normally we're tucked away in the radio booth over there.
Behind home plate, I can tell you how the pitches move. I usually can't see how the pitches are moving.
Yep.
I can differentiate pitches.
So Murphy comes back out for her 3rd inning of work.
Yeah, I would have thought, you know, they saw a switch in pitchers on their side, moving to Kelly. Maybe they would have switched it up. Beaufort does not. McKay comes back into the box. She's been catching well. Oh, we're back to that totally vertical stance, too.
The judge stance, yep.
The judge stance. Oh, and she looked like Aaron Judge there as that gets out past the left fielder, past left field, past everything. If there was no net, that would have hit a shot putter out there. Wow. We said she looked like Aaron Judge, and she did.
Right on cue, yep.
6-0 Gamecocks. And now they're having a full-on mound meeting with Madison Murphy.
I mean, I think we both reacted at the same time. As soon as that ball was hit, you knew it was gone. Absolutely crushed it. And like you said, that thing would have been long gone had it not been for the net over there in left field.
That thing would have been out in Founders.
Yep. Yeah.
Thing would have been out in Yankee Stadium, probably. Now the game 2 slated catcher, Lexi Winters, into the box. Collects ball 1. Deep breath. Steps back in. Shea Anderson in the next up circle. 2-0 now. Murphy fires outside. 3-0. Might want to switch belts again.
Maybe no belt. Maybe belt entirely is the issue.
Maybe we need suspenders, Murphy. Oh, 4 straight. Winters gets first, is greeted by her coaches, gets her sliding mitt. PA beat me to it, Shea Anderson up to bat, the righty. Who'd you wave to, Austin?
My mother.
Oh, hi, Austin's mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Miss McConnell.
Murphy the pitch, swung on to center. Caught by Conway. I kind of thought that was going to Simmons the whole time, and Conway said, it's kind of in right field, it can be mine. Sure, why not? Any out, the Sand Sharks are going to take.
Yeah, and I thought Anderson was a little too aggressive there. First pitch swinging. It wasn't exactly her pitch, and obviously it doesn't work out for her flying out to right.
But also, when you're up 6-0 and you want to swing, who's going to tell you no? Old hitting coach Austin McConnell will. That's Alyssa Hovermail in the box now. Swings through that. Kind of sounded like she tipped. She did tip it. Thank you, ump. 1-1 count now. 1 out for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, I was more of a fielder. Don't take batting advice from me.
No.
I'm just calling how I see it.
Nah, this dude could rock it. Ball in, 2-1.
Oh, they actually called that a strike.
1-2. I'll wait for the signal next time, huh?
It was a little low, a little below the knees for my liking. The Hovermail, a very tall woman.
Foul territory next to first, caught by the first baseman, Eubanks. 2 out. This is looking like the most efficient half inning for the Sand Sharks so far.
Yeah, obviously, other than that home run, they've kind of Murphy's kind of found something here a little bit. It took a while, but that's what exhibition games are for. You just keep getting rhythm, or keep finding that rhythm, keep getting reps in there.
Kai Byers swings first pitch. The center fielder can't quite get it. That's past Simmons' glove. Byers gets to second, and excuse me, Hovermail gets to third.
I wouldn't say that was an error. I think that was a double. That was a very hard play for Simmons to make. Had to run up from deep center.
Yeah.
You can see that kind of little patch right there where she stands, and you can see him in all 3 outfielding positions. And that was very short center. I kind of wanted to see Turner maybe turn around and go after it from second, but.
Now we are back to the top of the lineup. Quincy Lilio. 1-0 count, just took her first ball. I was actually incorrect in one of my prior statements. That is not Hovermail on third, that is Lexi Winters. 2-0 count to Lilio either way. Kai Byers now got to second on that double. She's impressed us as a freshman coming out of Virginia.
Yeah, very solid hit by pitch. Ended up scoring a run back in the second inning. Now has a double to her name.
Lilio 3-0 count. Maybe you're working around her with runners in scoring position, but then you got Shelton and Rhodey. The top of this lineup is difficult. We've said that many, many times. Lilio takes strike 1. You can take strike 1 when you got 3 balls to pair it with. Murphy throws a good pitch, maybe a little too much plate, but bailed out by a foul ball that, oh my goodness, Austin, your windshield.
No.
It's fine.
We're parked far away. Don't worry, I felt it on the walk.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
But Murphy battling back here.
Absolutely. Facing the lefty, Lilio brought her to a full count, 3-2, 2 outs. Make it 3. The left fielder, Whitlock, who we've commented on before, has come in clutch as the top contributor for this Sand Shark defense. I said it earlier in the inning. I still think it's true. Most efficient defensive inning for this Beaufort team.
Yeah, it was. Obviously, other than the home run given up to Mackey, I mean.
Yeah, but.
It's hard to pitch to her, so we've seen.
Moon shot. And maybe we'll see an I can't say an equalizer of a home run because that's only 1-6, but maybe we'll see some run support for these Sand Sharks coming up at the top of the 4th. Right now, Gamecocks up 6-0. We'll see you in the top of the 4th. The left fielder and great defensive player Tamaya Whitlock in the box for USCB, and a third pitcher for the Gamecocks. And she collects her first strike. That is Emma Friedel, the junior from Kennesaw State, formerly Fayetteville, Georgia, but transferred from Kennesaw State. Whitlock, the foul tip, 0-2 to her. How tall is Emma Friedel?
Tall.
Yeah.
Very tall.
Taller than both of us.
Yeah, probably combined, yeah.
6'1", number 13, big number 13, standing in the circle, tall and proud. When you have a 6-run lead and you go in, you say, yeah, thanks, coach. Let me show them what I've got.
Yeah, and as for Julie Kelly, that kind of one-off inning where we were kind of talking about that, So I assume she's still going to start game 2 with that 1-inning performance, but a very good performance at that. 3 up, 3 down, 2 of those being strikeouts and no hits, no runs. Very solid.
0-2 count. Whitlock squared the bunt, but now went for the full slap swing, and that was the end of her. Maybe the bunt would have been the safer option, but she knows what she likes, which is sitting on the bench. 1 out for the Sand Sharks. Still 6-0 Gamecocks. Third different pitcher, Emma Friedel. I wonder how many pitchers we're going to see tonight if we're 4 innings in and we've seen 3.
And we could see a lot because we have a very deep bullpen on the Gamecocks side.
Swung on, foul.
Oof. Very close. That was a great hit there from Simmons. I mean, just missed the top of the bag there. That could have been extra bases for sure, without a doubt.
Yep. Saria Simmons, too. You assume she has a touch of speed as the center fielder. I really, really love these baby blue helmets.
Yes, I love the uniform matchup tonight between both squads.
Swung on again by Simmons. 0-2, 1 out for Beaufort. I mean, if you're Ashley Chastain Woodard, is she even in the dugout? Is she coaching? Swung on. Would have come to us if there was no net.
Yeah.
Still 0-2.
I will say I think Chastain Woodard is in the dugout, and I think she is absolutely smiling right now because she is loving what she is seeing tonight.
I did not say that to say that she does not work hard.
I knew what you meant.
To say she works so hard that you don't even notice. 1-2 count to Simmons now.
Yeah, and it's not even her. She's got a great staff with her. Katie Browder, Jody Davison, and many more. Very deep coaching staff as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's led to the Gamecock success from last year and hopefully rolling over into this year.
What looked like maybe a ball in is strike 3. Simmons goes down. That's the second out. And one thing you forgot to mention about this coaching staff, 2 players from last year are on it, Ella Chansey and Sam Gress. Very great in their own right. Solid starters all year, led to that deep, deep playoff run. Now we've got Chloe Turner batting for the Sand Sharks. Incredibly well-framed ball from... well, I've heard conflicting Mackey and McKays. Even the people here at the university weren't quite sure, so if we switch them, that's why. 0-1 count. Oh, the tough play not made right in front of the Gamecocks dugout. Rhodey rubs her knee a little bit, gets up, readjusts herself, keeps the same belt. I'm going to try not to harp on that too much. I've never seen
bizarre.
I've never seen somebody switch belts in the middle of a game.
Even in like professional sports, like watching all these games, including the MLB playoffs going on now, I don't think I've ever seen that. Very interesting.
0-2 count to Turner. Fights it off. 2 outs for the Sand Sharks. They're looking to see if they can get something going. This is only a 5-inning game, and this is the top of the 4th. Could be one of their last opportunities to score.
Yeah, it's not now or never for the Sand Sharks, but at the same time, scoring 6 runs in 1 inning is already a tall task.
Now would be nice. Swung through, strike 3. Friedel gets out of there. I wonder if she's going to come back in the 5th. Not quite sure. I'd assume yes.
Yeah, I would assume they're trying to get through about half of this bullpen here. We saw 2 innings from Lamb, 1 inning from Kelly. I assume we'll see 2 from Friedel. He's up 3 of the arms in the Gamecock bullpen. I don't see anyone warming up down there, so I assume she's going to come back in. But 3 strikeouts, 3 up and down batters. 3 up, 3 down batters, excuse me, and carrying a 6-0 lead into the bottom half of the 4th. Pitching has looked amazing tonight for the Gamecocks, Tyler.
Pitching has looked amazing for the Gamecocks, and I think it's going to continue to look amazing throughout the whole season. One bad point that we were talking about in the car before the game, the loss of Sage Margetko. I believe she went to the Tennessee Volunteers.
I think that's right.
I believe she did. Do not sue me if that's wrong, but I think she went to Tennessee. We were talking immense talent, one of the best high school pitchers of all time. Some might have said that Chastain Woodard didn't give her enough play in her freshman year. She's a freshman. How much play do you give them? But as a sophomore, we'll see how she looks with Tennessee. As we've got a different pitcher for the Sand Sharks now. This is Emily Morgan, the 5'7" sophomore out of Easley, South Carolina. Moved away from Murphy, who lagged a lot of this game. And honestly, without that first inning, pretty solid outing.
Yeah, actually, you're exactly right. 4-run bottom half of the first from the Gamecock offense, but after that, you know, a couple doinky hits and then a home run gives the Gamecocks 2 more, but not a bad showing from Murphy here.
Yeah, and it's not like Morgan has an easy start, though. She starts with the 2-hole hitter, Carly Shelton. Throws it outside to her, 1-0 count. Oh, appreciate you. pitch down Broadway, 1-1 for Shelton. It seems as though Morgan's pitches are a lot, I don't want to say slower, but floatier.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of just fall into the zone a little bit. That one just missed, very close. But, yeah, they kind of just fall into the zone. Not fall off a table like, you know, like a sinker would in baseball or something like that, or even a curveball out here.
Yep. 2-2 count. She went from riser to dropper, the most lethal and known pitching sequence in softball. The vertical tunneling as opposed to horizontal is what fascinates me about this game. And that pitch bounced just before the plate. 3-2 count to Carly Shelton.
Yeah, that might have been her slowest pitch of the inning as well.
Struck by Shelton to the second baseman. Routine play at first. Great start for the Sand Sharks.
But that brings up the meat of this lineup with Rhodey, Ensley, and McKay.
I think I've heard the PA say McKay.
Okay, we'll go with McKay.
We'll go with McKay. Some new faces, new names on this team. We haven't gotten acclimated to all of them. Sorry if we mispronounce a few. Rhodey swings through strike one. One out for the Gamecocks. Still 6-0 for the home team.
Great pitch there by Morgan. Kind of just froze her with, I mean, they've been seeing a lot of fastballs, a lot of speed now. Like you said, Morgan taking a lot off her pitches. Gonna have to be an adjustment for the Gamecocks.
They were seeing a lot of horizontal movement with Murphy, a lot of sliders, screwballs, and now they're seeing the riser and the dropper. That one a dropper that did not reach the plate. 2-1 count now for Rhodey. Rhodey watches that outside. I talked about it before, but the crowd here at Beckham Field has only grown and gotten rowdier. What a Friday night as we've got the pure black backdrop, and Rhodey might have just hit a ball straight into it, and she did! That's a homer for her. First one we've seen of the night from Rhodey, second for the Gamecocks. That brings it to 7-0 for the home team. And we talked about how that might have been a rude awakening for Morgan getting put in. You see Carly Shelton, you deal with Carly Shelton. And then, Ariana Rhodey.
Like I said, meat of the lineup right here. Going to be very hard for Morgan to kind of just get thrown into here. And it doesn't get easier with Tori Ensley coming up.
Still a competitive at-bat.
Yeah, very.
And if Rhodey homers, best be glad it's a solo shot.
Yeah, yeah. You don't see that too often, really.
First pitch rip for Ensley. Does not quite make it into fair play. I don't believe the Sand Sharks put in a new catcher. I believe that's still MJ Lastinger. I just wasn't quite sure because of the two very different pitching styles. Ensley watches that. Lastinger, good frame attempt, but a 1-1 count.
I like that pitch from Morgan, too. This home plate umpire has been kind of favoring the outside corner for both squads tonight. And there it is.
And it's favored once more, 1-2 count. I think part of it is Lastinger's framing on the outside. Yeah. She gets the curl of the glove. It's really nice. As no framing can fix that, Ensley gets to first, gets it right over the third baseman. Now we got Aaron Judge up to bat. Just kidding, it's Jamie McKay.
Homered her last time up, looking to do the same Rhodey just did.
Ensley gets to second on ball one for McKay. We've seen a lot of stolen base attempts. from the Gamecocks and a lot of
Successes.
I think all successes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of good play from Ensley herself tonight, too.
McKay swings past the second baseman. Is Ensley coming home? She is. McKay stays at first. Now it's 8-0 Gamecocks. A 2-run bottom of the fourth with 1 out for the home team. I thought it was a rooster crow, but I think that was apparent. Impressive.
Yeah, homecoming crowd this weekend. You got Williams-Brice Stadium in the backdrop there. They host Alabama, so, you know, obviously a frustrating season for Gamecock football, but when Gamecock softball looks this good, gives Gamecock fans something to look forward to and be happy about tonight.
There's still natty hopes at this school. There always are. Lexi Winters back at the plate. Settles in. 0-1 count on her to start. That same spot. They keep hitting it to that same spot. That's a single for Lexi Winters between the shortstop and the third baseman.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. That might be the 4th or 5th time I've seen it there. And when it's not pulled down the line either way, it's bloopers right into short, shallow outfield.
I understand why they have Tamaya Whitlock playing back, because the Gamecocks have pop, and she has an incredibly impressive arm to get it back home. But if they just keep hitting the blooper, you might want to shift.
But she's also got speed, too.
So
if she comes up and they hit it deep, I would still have a lot of trust in her to flip her hips around and track that ball.
That's a good point, Austin. Shea Anderson, at bat for the Gamecocks, just took strike 1. That was a really good point. I hadn't considered that. Floater, not in there. 1-1 count. Anderson takes ball 2. 2-1 count for her now. Like we've been saying with the people on base now, sort of the, I don't want to say the unknowns, but people who aren't quite staples of this program have showed out. Ball 3 as Ensley, McKay, and Anderson, Byers as well. All of them have played really good new insertions into this lineup. We expect the top 3 to produce. We expect Lexi Winters to produce, but that's fouled right back, 3-2 count. But if the rest of this team produces the way they are tonight, and maybe they won't, it's just an exhibition, but expect big things.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I think last inning, Chastain Woodard has a lot to be happy about so far. Obviously, we have that second game coming up. But it's been a very, very strong 4 innings, both offensively and defensively, for these Gamecocks.
4th ball to Anderson. That brings up Alyssa Hovermail. Bases loaded now for Emily Morgan. See if she can navigate the jam. She's already given up 2 runs, making it 8-0, favoring the Fighting Gamecocks. Hovermail watches that one bounce. I've already mentioned it earlier with Murphy's release. Emily Morgan would be great at cricket. That bouncer.
Yeah.
Struck really incredibly hard. I blinked and actually missed it. That's not a joke. 1-1 count.
Yeah, it must be the angle I have, but I thought that was going to go down the line. I was like, that could be bases clearing. That was rocketed off the bat.
Well, and if that goes straight, that could have been a homer.
Yeah.
Hovermail watches ball 2. Some coaching happening at third base, telling her get ready to slide. Hovermail takes strike 2. We see the inside of the plate come in. A lot of those close calls have been on the outside, like you said earlier. That was inside now. 2-2. Hovermail takes it low. Now full count. Bases loaded. 1 out for the Gamecocks. This is the bottom of the 4th in a 5-inning exhibition game. Swung on by Hovermail into that same gap between third and short. And nearly all of the runners come in. 2 of them come in. Stand-up double for Hovermail, making it a 10-0 game for the Gamecocks. And I bet you Hovermail is feeling like $1 million baby right now. But she's coming off the field getting subbed for Precious Bross, the Columbia, South Carolina native. Went to Irmo High School, transferred here from Georgia.
Yeah, came back home. Excited to see what she can do.
Like LeBron.
Like LeBron, yeah.
Kai Byers swings first pitch up the middle. Both runners are going to look to score. They do, and Byers goes back to first. This is a 6-run bottom of the 4th now. Once again, Kai Byers. Good swing.
Yeah, and 2 more RBIs. So got hit by a pitch to lead off the 2nd. Ended up scoring a run. Had a double, and now a 2 RBI single. That's a pretty good start to your night.
Oh,
to your season.
Absolutely it is. 6 runs scored in the bottom of the 4th, and the Gamecocks still have 2 outs to work with as they are now at the top of the lineup. Lilio watches ball 1 as Byers gets to 2nd.
I think she's trying to hit every statistical category tonight.
Yeah.
Hit by a pitch, stolen base, single and a double.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get a circle visit.
I think we should. I think that is the right call.
Yeah.
I think even, I don't want to talk poorly on MJ Stratinger, but we've seen a lot of loose balls.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of slow recoveries from some loose balls that have led to people on first getting a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think you're right. And some of them are tough because they're thrown in the dirt. But as a catcher, you want to have that quick pop time.
Especially as a softball catcher, you know that the balls are coming to the dirt.
And you know how quick anybody can get around these base paths with how tight they are.
Well, I bet you Morgan didn't think she'd be seeing Quincy Lilio in this inning, having faced Carly Shelton, who bats directly after her as her first batter.
Yeah. Yeah, 6-run 4th inning here.
So far.
We were kind of, might have jinxed them a little bit. We were kind of saying how great defensively they were playing after that first inning, and I think the Gamecock said, hold my drink.
Well, the thing is, the defense hasn't even been able to touch the ball. It's been in between the left fielder, third baseman, and shortstop every single play.
Yep.
Lilio takes ball 2, 2-0 count. Squares up. Called strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Kai Byers, the runner on second for the Gamecocks. Lilio thought about it. Settles back into the box. Outside for Emily Morgan, 3-1 count. Three-two count. There was a strike that was not accounted for on the scoreboard. I was wondering. And that is ball 4 as Byers gets to third on the ball. Rhodey comes in and takes Lilio's bat. Carly Shelton stepping up to the plate.
Looks like Cody Esk, head coach for USC Beaufort. He's going to get a call. He's going to call down to the bullpen here, and that's going to do it for Emily Morgan in the circle in this game.
Yeah, not quite sure who she's bringing in just yet. I even wonder if it'll be a full battery replacement. It looks like it might be. I see a catcher coming in too. There's the pitcher, number 30, Kylie Fisher. Do we have a substitute catcher as well? seems as though we do not. Stradinger staying in to talk with Fisher. And we once again have a new Sand Shark pitcher whose first batter is Carly Shelton.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Sand Sharks, number 30, Kylie Fisher.
Fisher warming up the lefty. Was not expecting that, but maybe that's a good shakeup. We haven't seen a lefty pitcher at all this game.
Yeah, I assume the plan here is to try and just give them some new looks. I mean, when you put up 6 runs in an inning, you got to shake something up, right? So,
do you know who the starter is for Game 2 for the Sand Sharks?
I did. I do not have that sheet in front of me.
That's okay. He'll know it for the next game when he's on play-by-play. We have put some of our papers for Game 2 away to not have way too many papers.
There was a lot earlier. It was chaotic.
The struggle of a sports commentator.
Yeah.
Too many papers.
Never too many papers, except for tonight.
Yeah, whatever. Fisher's first pitch, a ball out. Lilio gets to second, not contested by Stradinger. She just held it.
Yeah, normally when runners are on the corners there, you want to send the runner from first, obviously, because Stradinger was to throw down to second there. Boom, third base runner comes home.
That is ball 2 for Shelton. It seems like the Gamecocks have just kind of bamboozled the Sand Sharks in about every single way. You want to throw them out because it looks like they're not going to get there, but if you throw them, they score.
Yep.
2-1 count to Shelton now.
Yeah, kind of the way to stop the Gamecocks is you got to pitch to them. But then the Gamecocks put it in the gap, and now you're left scratching your head.
Shelton watched that out. 3-1. The poor right fielder, Kate Conway, for the Sand Sharks, not seeing any action over there. All of these have been pull side for the righties. Let's see if maybe she gets a pull from Shelton as she watches strike 2. We've got more of that floaty type action.
Yeah, that was probably the slowest pitch of the night.
Fisher checks the wrist. Squares up. Outside and up. Carly Shelton takes first. Bases loaded. 1 out for the Gamecocks. 12-0. They've scored 6 in the bottom of the 4th.
And we know what Rhodey did last time up. Here she comes again.
Yeah, well, I don't quite know what the books look like if she replicates that. 16-0 is a tough hole. Rhodey watches strike 1. Had good horizontal movement, too. Some right to left action, a little outside in. 0-1-4, bases loaded. That one up and in. Byers, Lilio, and Shelton, the runners. The 1-1 pitch to Ariana Rhodey. Down the pipe, swung on, almost into the Gamecock bullpen. Long strike, 1-2 count. Might have to loosen the tie a bit. I think that's the problem, Austin.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting choked up here.
Keep that jacket on, though. It's getting a little cooler out.
It is getting cooler as the slow ball almost snuck past Rhodey. Very last second, she says, protect. 1-2 count for her. But she made a motion like she's ready for that slow one again. Little nod.
That's what makes Rhodey such a good hitter, too. You know, she's got the power, obviously, batting third in the lineup, but even on a pitch like that where she wasn't ready for it, really didn't plan on swinging and adjusts mid-pitch to keep her alive.
That one over the second baseman, gets to the outfield. Rhodey takes first. Byers scores, and oh no. A little bit of a jam for the Gamecocks. Does Lilio get back? She does not. That's 2 out.
Little confusion there from Shelton on second. She rounded second. She started on first, rounded second once the ball got out there. I think she thought Lilio in front of her was going home. She did not. Got all the way to third and then kind of ran back. They tagged the bag but didn't tag her.
Yeah.
So she was safe, but she thought she was out and then kind of just had to like play it off and walk back.
Was in no man's land.
Yeah.
Not the worst place to make a mistake, though. Up 13-0 now, where the Gamecocks, as we've got ball one on Tori Ensley.
Yeah, now we've got Nia McKnight up.
Excuse me, you're right. Ensley was subbed for McKnight last inning. She was put in as a pinch runner, and now she's staying. A good poke, dropped by the right fielder. We're going to get at least one run scoring. McKnight goes back to first. She thought about second. Or excuse me, that was Tori Ansley batting, but McKnight came in to pinch run.
Oh, that's what I heard.
I got confused.
I heard the PA announcer.
Okay.
Let the professional take care of it. This guy.
Come on, this guy's the best in the business. Fresh count.
Well, we
for
were given a nice nickname tonight from one of the best. So
that's true.
So I'll say we're a great duo.
That's true.
Because that's very important.
Yes.
in a broadcast booth.
Yes. McKay takes ball one. If I was here for 10 innings alone,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I would do to this seat? There'd be nail marks. Good slide. Ensley gets to second. Good unnecessary slide. But who doesn't love effort?
Yeah.
Come on.
Get your jersey dirty as much as you can, right?
Yeah. Gamecocks up 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points.
Oh,
Ooh,
good grab.
Short stop. Alexander makes the show me, tell me catch as the Gamecocks only score 8 in the bottom of that inning. We're going to be going to the top of the 5th where the Sand Sharks are going to look to battle back. Not quite sure. We didn't get the scoop on if they're still going to be batting in the bottom even well up. Not sure. We'll tell you when they get there. But that should be pretty soon, as we're going to see in the top of the 5th right after this quick break. After an 8-run bottom of the 4th, we come to the top of the 5th with Emma Friedel still in the circle, toe in the slab for this Gamecock team, who I wouldn't even say the fighting Gamecocks. I would say the dominating Gamecocks, the in Cancun Gamecocks.
The cruising Gamecocks.
Yes, the cruising Gamecocks.
Whatever adjective you want to use.
Friedel's first pitch, a ball. We got double ones. The catcher, MJ Stratinger, been all over this game for Beaufort. Little purple bat. I like the flare.
Oof.
As that nearly looked like it may have been a knee skimmer, but not quite 2-0.
Yeah, she did a good job staying in there. I think she was fully expecting to take that one off the thigh. That was very close.
She's trying to get on base.
Yeah. Which is exactly what the Sand Sharks need right now.
Foul tip. Strike 2. 2-1 count for Stratinger. Friedel settles in. Right down the pipe, 2-2. Triumphant call from the umpire.
Yeah, Friedel's got some heat on her pitch, too,
Yeah.
on her fastball.
She's been working with Neely Lamb, probably.
Yeah.
Similar build. Strike 3 called. Looking first out. Try to see if the Gamecocks can escape this game with a shutout.
Yeah, I know the top half of the fourth was 3 years ago, but Emma Friedel now has, in her last 4 batters faced, her only 4 batters faced, 4 strikeouts.
Wow.
Very impressive outing from Miss Friedel.
I wonder if we'll see her in game 2, as we've got Taylor Chang back up to the plate. Takes strike 1. Swings at strike 1, excuse me. 1 out for the Sand Sharks, looking to give it their all and score at least 14.
And actually, now that I look at it, 6 of the last 7 have been strikeouts from the Gamecocks defense. Oh, yep, 6-7.
Very
Yep.
nice. We have college educations, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what working a 9 to 5 all week does to you, eh?
Yeah. 1-1 struck through by Chang. Really, really nice riser.
Yes, very.
Had the up and in tail. I've been impressed with Friedel so far. Chang thought about it. Good hold though, 2-2. But it's not to say that Friedel hasn't had this kind of experience before. She transferred here from Kennesaw State. Not nearly as big of a program, but if you've got a program like this one looking at you, you've gotta have something. And she's got strike 3. 2 outs for the Gamecocks in the top of the 5th, looking to keep the donut on the board.
5 straight strikeouts.
Callie Eubanks, potentially the last batter for this Sand Shark lineup. Do all of the Sand Sharks have purple bats? They might.
They might.
That first ball was swung on and fouled straight back like pig's posture.
Gotta say, I love the vibes from the Beaufort bench. They're down 14-0, and they're still just as loud as they were in the first inning.
It's important. It's very important.
Because we got a second game, too. You can't just roll over.
It's true. Right, because the next game, they could very well win 14-0.
Yeah.
1-1 count. Callie Eubanks. Friedel kicks, deals, swung on to center. Ensley makes the play. That is, I don't want to say the end of the game, but it definitely cements a victory for the Gamecocks.
You're trying to see.
I'd assume they're not going to bat up 14-0, but you never know in exhibition games.
Well, it looks like the Sand Sharks will be taking the field here.
I don't know if that's because they start in the field in the next game. I think it is. But truth be told, I have no idea. Womp womp.
Oh, I see some. The scoreboard has not changed.
That's important. And it's Winters up to bat. I would assume we're still in game 1.
Yeah. Winters batting 6th in the lineup, I would also assume that. And they did that last time.
Yep.
In an exhibition game. They played the bottom half of the last inning.
All right. Up
So here we go.
14-0. We're letting them play. Let's play then. Kylie Fisher still in the circle, looking to get it done. Keep it at 14. Have some good momentum going into this second game. Hootie and the Blowfish. Columbia SC's crown jewel of the music scene. You think Darius Rucker's Hootie or what?
What'd you say? Sorry,
right.
I dropped my pen. It was a little chaotic on my end over here.
Let's play some softball.
Had to make sure it didn't fall out the broadcast booth. That could have been ugly.
I watched it happen. I wasn't going to say anything, but it's okay. If you had picked it up and just started talking about Hootie and the Blowfish too, it would have been, no one would have known. It's okay.
Yeah, this is why we can't have a camera on us at all
I
times.
know. Well,
Can't-
yeah, but
Can't
when
hide
they-
behind it.
It's an important thing as a professional to point out your flaws.
Yeah.
A little 8-mile strategy.
Yeah,
Tell them what's wrong with you before they can.
There you go.
Winners, watch us strike one.
Yeah, I like what Kylie Fisher did coming in that last inning there. Kind of midway through the fourth, playing a little damage control.
Consecutive solid pitches. That one not quite in the strike zone. 1-1 count.
It was just a tad high. Went for the riser there.
Chopped foul. Winter's good plate discipline, actually. Good plate discipline for the entirety of this Gamecocks team. The pitch swung on to the
nice play.
second baseman. What a catch from Turner. A spark plug. And the vibes are still high for these Sand Sharks.
Yeah, great play by Turner there. Kind of thought that was going to get over her head, and I was, if she was going to have any chance at it, I thought she was going to have to jump. She didn't really have to get up there. She just kind of stuck her arms up and backed up a little bit.
It looked like it lost some steam.
Yeah.
And as we're talking about the previous play, we were completely blindsided by strike one for Shea Anderson. She waited on the slow one, maybe a little too long. Actually, not long enough. She was a bit in front of it. 0-2 count to Anderson. Kicks, deals, Anderson. Not quite warning track power. Whitlock, as solid as ever in left. That's been one of the stars of the game for the Sand Sharks. A crafty slow ball.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. Hovermail takes strike one. 2 outs for the Gamecocks, looking to bring it to game 2 of this exhibition game. The home team in the white pinstripes, up 14-0 over there. Crosstown, I don't want to say rivals, probably crosstown friends. The USC Beaufort Land Sharks. Great mascot, by the way.
Yeah, it's a sick name.
1-1 count. 2-1 count. The pitch, well in the zone. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to try to send us into game 2. Let's see if this is the final strike. Fisher not quite. I like the pitch selection though.
Yeah.
The riser, you can see She's lefty, so she kind of comes across her own body on the riser. So it doesn't just come up, it also comes in from the outside. She tries a similar pitch. Right fielder takes it on one hop. That's Conway.
Yeah, that might be the first time I've really seen Kylie Fisher just leave it over the plate like that. I think she did exactly what you were saying. Tried it again and just couldn't get enough break on it like she wanted. And Hovermail gets a piece of it and keeps this game going.
And like clockwork, how we saw earlier in this game,
Yeah.
Hovermail gets on base. Shaver immediately comes in for her. Number 7, Lexi Shaver, now the pinch runner at first. Number 11, Kai Byers, I don't want to say the standout of this game because there have been many, but not somebody I expected to play like this in the 9-hole. As she sends that to the second baseman, cleanly played by Chloe Turner. And now we're going to go into Game 2. The Gamecocks just defeated the USCB Land Sharks 14-0 with a stellar bottom of the 4th. They scored 8 runs in that half inning alone, but that's not the only game. We've got another 5-inning exhibition with my man Austin McConnell on play-by-play for that one. I know you're going to enjoy that, but we'll be right back after a quick break for that Game 2. I've been Tyler Perrone. He's been Austin McConnell for SGTV and Gamecock Softball. We'll see you in Game 2 of this Crosstown Series.
Just like that, time for Game 2. We're going to keep things rolling here tonight alongside Tyler Perrone. I am Austin McConnell for SGTV. Some softball exhibition matchup. Tonight, Gamecocks just defeated the Sand Sharks by a score of 14-0. What stood out to you in that first game, Tyler?
The ability for not only the Gamecocks to get on base, but their ability to dominate on base. We saw that first to second connection happened all the time. They saw the slightest bit of hesitation from the USCB catcher, and they said, oh, I can get to second. And then they did.
Yeah.
And there was little to no contesting because half of the time there was a runner on third. So if you got that first to second with a runner on third, then the catcher's playing, playing Yahtzee with the runs, and it's just a bad scenario. That was total tactical advantage by the Gamecocks for the entirety of that game. And the Sand Sharks have a second chance to maybe turn that on its head.
Yeah, new game, clean scoreboard, clean stat sheet. 0-0, we're right back to where we started. So, new game, my coach always said, have amnesia when playing multiple games on the same day. Just flush that first one down the drain, no matter how bad it went.
Goldfish memory.
Goldfish memory, yep. Be a goldfish, Ted Lasso says. And the Sand Sharks will look to do that here in Game 2. We were talking about some of the standouts from the first game, Tyler, and how Kai Byers kind of caught us, not by surprise, because we expected, being in the starting lineup, for her to have shown something very promising in batting cages and in practice. But, got hit by a pitch in her first at-bat, scored on that trip to first, then had a single, a 2 RBI double, and then a ground out to wrap things up, but very solid for Kai Byers, the freshman.
But I wouldn't even, yeah, like you said, I wouldn't even say that that's exceeding. I would say that it's exceeding expectations, excuse me, because what expectations do you have for a freshman hitting in the 9-hole?
Right.
To see,
Right.
I don't have live stats on me, but she's probably got 2-3 runs in the scorebook from that.
Yep.
I think she was great. She's not in the starting lineup for this game as of right now. She could get subbed in at any moment. This is an exhibition. There are very loosey-goosey subbing rules. You'll see people coming in and out. A lot of pinch runners, a lot of designated players, and what have you.
Yeah, so as we get, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Tyler.
That's your job.
As we get started in game 2, a couple lineup changes defensively for the Gamecocks. Lilio and Ensley switching spots in center and left field. McKay takes Byers' spot, like Tyler just mentioned. Shelton remains at second, so does Anderson. Rhodey remains at first. And Julie Kelly heads back to the mound after a very solid showing. Pitched 1 inning, the 3rd inning of game 1, had 2 strikeouts and went 3 up, 3 down. No hits, no runs.
Well, Kelly's got a new catcher, too, now. It's Brinkman.
Brinkman behind the plate. Or that actually might be Winters. That looks like
it
number
is
15.
Winters.
Yep.
It was slated to be Brinkman previously, but I think that they switched things up, which, hey, switch things up.
Whitlock remains as the leadoff. Nope, excuse me, jumps up 1 spot and becomes the leadoff batter. Kate Conway was the leadoff for the Sand Sharks in game 1. She'll bat second. She stands in the on-deck circle. 1-2 is the count here. Throws that one outside. Whitlock looking to slap that one down.
Austin, I got caught looking at the wrong paper. I got confused between the USC and USCB. Emma Brinkman will be the starting catcher for the Sand Sharks in this game.
There we go. There we go. Now that we're caught up, we kind of had to scramble there in between games. Didn't realize how quick they were going to go as that one's chopped to the second base side. Scooped up and play made by Shelton. 1 away here in the top half of the first. Little Zach Top action. Shout out our classmate and SGTV personnel, Dakota Morris.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
at the Zach Top concert tonight.
Is she?
In Charleston.
I didn't know that.
I'm quite envious of her. But I told her to take some good videos, and she said she would. So this one's chopped, hit just in front of the base, and she's actually going to leg this one out. That one's Kate Conway. So an infield single for the Sand Sharks to start this one off.
We saw a good play attempt that was going from Hovermail to Rhodey. Didn't quite make it in time, but I liked it. The stretch from Rhodey. Get loose, kid.
Soraya Simmons batted 3rd in the first game. So does 2 here in the second. This one's hit into left center. That one's going to get down, and a couple back-to-back hits for the Sand Sharks. They've got something brewing here in the top half of the first.
They do, in fact, have something brewing, and if they keep going like this, I doubt they'll see a 0 on the scoreboard again.
Yeah, with only 1 out, a couple infielders, including Lexi Winters, will come out and speak with Julie Kelly. First 2 hits she's given up today in her 2nd inning of work.
One thing I'm not the hugest fan of, I don't know if they're going to continue to do it. Yeah, Ariana Rhodey's on this kind of strange shift.
Yeah, she's very, very pinched in. Both corners are. That includes Hovermail at 3rd. Grounder, second base side. Double play opportunity. They're going to get one. Not in time for the other. No throw from Anderson.
I think that that's probably the right idea, too, because say if these Sand Sharks get one on you, we heard that bench. If they get one, that bench is going to be loud, and they're going to try to keep getting more and more and more.
Yeah, and I see a lot of navy and baby blue, powder blue in the crowd. Lots of Gamecock fans, lots of Sand Shark fans. Great night for some softball. With that fielder's choice, 2 outs now. Runners on the corners. And the one who just hit, first time we've seen her tonight, Cassie Brundage. And now here's Emma Brinkman. He's playing catcher for the Sand Sharks in this one.
Thank goodness we got that figured out. Sorry, guys.
So Julie Kelly checks the wristband. Delivers the first pitch just outside, ball 1.
I don't know if maybe some of this is Kelly getting used to winners in a new battery because she had McKay last game.
That pitch finds the zone, 1-1. Swung on and missed, actually, excuse me. Brinkman bats 5th for the Sand Sharks. Runners on the corners. The most threatening they've been tonight. Just missing that outside corner that we saw a lot get called there in that first game. Umpire favored the outside corner and then started to favor the inside corner as well there, Tyler.
He absolutely did. I'd like to see if these trends continue in the game. We may see some different pitchers. I assume we'll see different pitchers from the Sand Sharks.
Swung on, fouled back. We were ready for it. Gets over the awning and out of play here. So 2-2 the count with 2 outs.
This is a very souvenir-friendly ballpark.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Kelly checks the wristband once more, comes set, gets into her windup, delivers, hit in the gap and into left field. Sand Sharks take the 1-0 lead here in the top half of the first. And the first run they've scored all night comes in game 2.
I think Beaufort has realized some of their flaws from last game, and they look a lot more disciplined. They're working deeper counts. They're taking shorter swings. Not exactly going for the fences, but they know if we can just get people on base and then dink and dunk, any run scored in any manner is better than swinging for the hills and not getting anything.
That brings up Callie Eubanks, batting 6th in the lineup, playing first base tonight. Chopped grounder, third base side, coming up to make the play is Hovermail, and the third out is made. But not before the Sand Sharks take the 1-0 lead here in the top half of the first. Gamecocks trail for the first time tonight.
I didn't know if it was going to happen, especially not in the first inning. But maybe a possible momentum shift. Not quite sure who we're going to see on the mound here. I would assume Fisher. But it is not Fisher, it's Brundage.
It is going to be Brundage, so I guess she's going to be a flex player for tonight, hitting and pitching as well. So
it's also incredibly possible that I messed up.
Well, the roster sheet we have is Brundage.
Yeah. The roster sheet we have also doesn't have positions on it.
Yeah, definitely an exhibition in the broadcast booth as well.
Classic exhibition game. I mean, I doubt no one's taking stats here but us.
Yeah. As for the Gamecocks batting order, not much changing in the top 3. Lilio, Shelton, and Rhodey due up to start this one here in the bottom half of the first. Tori Ensley batted 4th. This time it'll be Tate Davis. Ensley will drop back into that 5th position. McKay will drop into 6th. And everyone kind of just gets bumped down from there. Anderson, Hovermail, and Lexi Winters.
I'm watching Brundage's wrist action as she warms up. Her follow-through is very, very violent. It looks like she can get this ball to go as fast as she wants it to go. Which is different from some of the other pitchers we saw, like Morgan and Fisher, who had that more floaty dropper riser style. I wonder if we're going to see a traditional fastball from Brundage. Traditional for baseball fastball, I should say. Not traditional for softball.
Quincy Lilio steps into the plate. She had a triple to lead off game 1. Takes strike 1 there, 0-1 the count. And the Sand Sharks fan base coming alive. Righty on lefty matchup. 0-1 the count. Showing bunt, pulling back, ball 1, even count.
The thing that makes Lilio so dangerous as a leadoff hitter is she is equally as good as a slap threat and as a power threat.
Shows bunt there, lays one down. Coming up to make the play was Dover, but a drop from Eubanks might have hit Lilio on the back. I'm not quite sure.
I heard a noise.
Yeah,
sure.
it looked like there was a very slight collision. But either way, Lilio advances on a bunt and gets to first.
And there's the sneaky speed from Lilio
Yep.
we talked about.
Yep, absolutely. This brings up Carly Shelton. She had a single back in her first AB of the first game, ended up scoring on that cycle. 1-0 the count. Ball outside, it's gonna be 2-0. Nobody out, one on. 1-0 game.
We've talked about batters and their different stances throughout this whole game. The difference between someone like Shelton's stance and someone like McKay's stance.
High fly ball center field. Getting under it will be Conway, and the routine flyout is made, one away.
Lilio gets back to first. Thought about creeping up. Didn't know if that catch would be made, but it was.
What were you saying before that?
I was talking about the difference between stances on this team, particularly the contrast between Shelton's very open and McKay's very closed.
Yep.
Shelton has one of the most, I don't know if geometrical is the right word, but very like right angles in her legs and arms. But she's not up to bat anymore, is she?
She is not. Ariana Rhodey is up. She homered back in that first game. Her and McKay had a pair of homers. Ball gets off the shin pads of Brinkman. That's going to allow Lilio to advance to second. So Gamecocks got a runner in scoring position here. 1-1 the count with one away.
That's been a trouble we've seen for the entirety of this Sand Sharks catcher duo. It seems like a lot of balls have either been dropping. Your pitchers have this violent drop, but they've been hitting shin pads or bouncing off gloves like we just saw with that dropped ball.
Yeah, ball outside. Brinkman had to pop out of her stance and drops it out of her mitt. So 2-1 the count. Rhodey stands in the box. That one comes across the letters on her chest. 2-2.
Good frame. She made up for it.
Oh, yeah. So runner on second. Rhodey facing a 2-2 count, waits on it, hits it back up the middle, and it's going to get into center field. Here comes Lilio to score from second, and we've got a tie ball game.
What a swing from Rhodey. Kind of golf-like, very inside and down. She goes outside in, or inside out, I guess.
And talk about the patience there. That was beautiful from Rhodey. As now Tate Davis is up to bat, and I believe that's Nia McKnight pinch running on first.
It is.
So we've seen that a lot tonight. Rhodey kind of just gets on base and then comes back to the bench. McKnight tries to take off and gets under the tag of Boyett. And so Gamecocks, just like that, have another runner in scoring position as Tate Davis took that first pitch for ball one.
Yeah, it was a close play. Boyett made kind of a face at that safe call. And McKnight is even threatening to go to third.
She passed shortstop on that one almost. Ball two called. Tate Davis batting in the 4 slot in this game. That one's hit well into left field. That's going to drop. Here comes Nia McKnight rounding third to score. Throw is off the mark just a tad.
The throw hit McKnight.
Yeah, I think it did. And just like that, Gamecocks retake the lead and pick up right where they left off after that first game.
Well, once again, we see the arm of Tamaya Whitlock come into play.
Yeah.
I think as a left fielder, she's not a large person. You don't think that she's going to be able to rocket that ball. And you're like, oh, it got to left field. And then it's back in the infield.
Yep, just like
immediately.
that. Yep. And we've seen Nia McKnight's speed in previous seasons, including just now. She really had to beat that one out.
Actually, Whitlock, the shortest person on both of these teams at 5'0".
Wow. Back-to-back RBI base knocks for the Gamecocks. It started with Rhodey knocking in Lilio, and then Tate Davis knocked in Nia McKnight, who pinch run for Rhodey. Up to bat now is Tori Ensley. She takes that one outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count now. She had a 2 RBI double to lead off her game about 2 hours ago.
Just about.
Swings at that one, and it's hit well down the left field line. It's fair, and it's gone. Was wondering if it was going to stay fair. It did. And a 2-run homer from Tori Ensley.
Sandstorm Darude has made his presence known at Beckham Field at Carolina Stadium for this softball team. And it's not even over, but the 4-run bottom of the first has been matched.
Deja vu for the Sand Sharks. Not the kind they want. And that brings up Jamie McKay, who also homered in the first game. So, like I said, it does not get easier.
My nickname for her is Aaron Judge. I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'll say it a third time.
Slower pitch, kind of in the dirt there, 1-0. Yeah, you talked about McKay and made the reference to Judge, and then you're also talking about the difference in batting stances. It's kind of like when Juan Soto was on the Yankees. It was just, he had more of the wider set, you know, more of the Soto shuffle.
I think if you walked up to Carly Shelton right now and said you are Juan, or you are the Juan Soto of softball, I think she would like that.
And it would be a compliment. Because
well, let me see where she's from. Lexington, South Carolina. Neutral?
Okay, yeah. Hey, we don't have a professional baseball team down here. Braves are just about 3.5 hours south of here, southeast in Atlanta. 3-1 the count here to McKay.
Gonna say if she was from like Philly or DC or something.
Swung on and hit high, does not have the power to reach the warning track. It's gonna be a fly out to the right fielder Simmons, and 2 away now in the bottom half of the first.
The right fielder last game was Conway for the Sand Sharks. She's playing center now.
Yeah, Conway and Simmons have switched. Whitlock remains out left. Boyett, Caitlin Boyett, now playing shortstop. That's a new face. I think Dover as well. Anna Kate Dover.
A.K. Dover.
Lexi Winters up to the plate now, takes ball 1 on her first offering from Fisher. That one's just a tad low. It's going to be 2-0. The 2-0, chopped towards shortstop, and the out is made. And excuse me, it was Brundage who was on the mound, but she finally gets out of the jam. Not before the Gamecocks put up 4 in the bottom half of the first. 4-1 is our score. You're watching Exhibition NCAA Softball on SGTV. New pitcher for the Gamecocks, Ansley Bennett, taken to the mound, wearing number 5, the 5'6" freshman from Summerville, South Carolina, attended Summerville High School. So her first look in a Gamecock uniform tonight. Swung on and missed for strike 1.
That was a fast fastball.
That was quite quick. This is Caitlin Boyett. First time we've called her name tonight. This one kind of goes off the handle, but it's going to fall into a gap here, and unable to make the grab as Shelton kind of had a little spin on it. It was just kind of an awkward play all around.
I think that Shelton kind of didn't think that ball was hers, kind of thought maybe it was Bennett. They had a quick little conversation just now. Not quite sure what was said, but there was not animosity in it. They left with a fist bump and said, hey, let's keep it rocking.
Shake it off. Next play mentality as Anna Kate Dover up to bat now. Another name we haven't called tonight.
The coaches put her down on the sheet as AK, which is boss.
That's a sick nickname. Ball high and outside, 2-0 the count now. Kaylin Boya, we kind of talked about it in the first inning of last game, but they get really low over there at first base on the base path. Like, almost like a track runner.
Yeah.
About to take off for a 200-meter.
When the pitcher isn't ready, they're even sitting on their own foot.
Yeah. Swing and a miss there, makes it 2-1 now. Ansley Bennett going to work. 4-1 is your score here in the top half of the second. Ball high, 3-1. Gamecocks in the white pinstripes, the garnet socks. The Sand Sharks wearing their baby blue, powder blue, whatever color you want to call that. Helmets and socks, and then the navy. Very, very nice
I
uniforms.
love the Sand Sharks bucket. The bucket is so nice.
The bucket.
So that's hockey. That's hockey coming
Oh,
back.
I know the bucket. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout of the night for Ansley Bennett.
We've been friends for a while, me and you, Austin, but we hadn't called a game together for ever, actually. And
Yeah.
just last week we had hockey. Now we have softball.
Yep.
It's going to be a great year. A lot of this for SGTV. You may get sick of us, but we won't.
And we're not done yet. We've got a couple other games coming up with each other as well. Going to be very fun. We had to fill, some of us had to fill the roles of JP and Spencer, and we've had a lot of great broadcasters here at SGTV that we all work so well with, as there was a line out to left field by Avery Alexander.
A great pipeline of sports broadcasters all over this university. We were met by the great Brad Muller upon our arrival. He does fantastic work with the women's basketball team here. Just feels good to be around so many people that care.
Yes, absolutely. I was telling our good buddy Ausley today, and he was asking me about kind of how I got started in SGTV. And when I transferred here after my freshman year, I didn't really know many people, including my roommates. They were all randoms. Turned out to be very cool, so got lucky there. But
nice.
The people in SGTV really just made it feel like a second family. And so I've always had high praise for them. And specifically guys like you, our lovely tech producers who are with us here tonight. It's just been a great evening and a great career at SGTV.
Absolutely. Shout out to Gavin and Arelimar behind the camera. They don't want to be seen, but they deserve all the praise in the world.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner there. And that was just the cherry on top for a great conversation. But also having great conversations is Ashley Chastain Woodard with her team. Has a lot to be happy with tonight. And so after the Sand Sharks scored 1 in the top of the first, they are shut out here in the second. Ansley Bennett puts up 2 strikeouts and only gave up 1 hit. So very solid in the freshman's first showing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions, but Somerville, South Carolina, she may have played some of the people on this Sand Shark team. I know that Tamaya Whitlock from Somerville, she's the only one. So maybe just Tamaya Whitlock.
Yeah, not too far, about an hour and a half outside of Columbia. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I just visited this summer.
In Somerville?
In Somerville, they have the largest sweet tea of all, a Guinness World Record for the largest sweet tea.
Is it still there? Is it just like sitting liquid?
No, not not anymore. I think
Okay.
it was back in 2016, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2017. They had a big party where they put a huge gallon, or like a huge tub, basically, and filled it up, drank a bunch of sweet tea, broke the record. Now they kind of have like a monument, like a little
Nice.
plastic more so.
I was gonna say there's just a giant like
Now that gets sticky after a while.
water
I feel like.
tank of sweet tea in Somerville, South Carolina.
That would still be very cool. Lexi Winters up to bat now for the Gamecocks. She's going to swing at the first pitch she sees. She's going to give it a ride out into left center, looking back, and it's gone! No, it's off the top of the wall. Really?
Looked like it, yeah.
Thought that hit the top of the net.
It may have. I'm not sure. But the call on the field is
It is pitch black out there, so it's hard to see.
call on the field's a double.
Maybe I'm mistaken, but I thought at least off the top of the wall is a homer, let alone the back net. Thought it hit both, but it's going to be a double instead for Lexi Winters.
It's okay. Lexi Winters will be okay. They're not even taking stats tonight.
That is true. Strike one taken, 1-1 the count now to Shea Anderson. So runner on second, 4-1 is your score, 1-1 count. If you're just joining us, exhibition softball between the USC Beaufort Sand Sharks and the South Carolina Gamecocks. 2-1 the count. Anderson swings at that one, puts it right back up the middle, out in the center field, coming around to score, and doing so, standing up is Lexi Winters, and it's an RBI double for Shea Anderson.
McKnight in the box now.
Yeah, so it was originally slated to be Alyssa Hovermail, but now it's going to be Nia McKnight, who's going to take strike one.
Brundage finding some flow.
Yeah.
Let up a run, but pitching with confidence, hitting the zone.
That one's just a tad low, 1-1 the count now. 5-1 your score, no outs. Bottom half of the second inning here. Swung on, fouled straight up, and it's just gonna hit the net. No chance there for Brinkman, to get under it. It's a very short backstop.
It is a
It's
very short
hard
backstop.
to see like foul tips that pop up in the air behind home plate usually be caught. That one came off real high for Brundage.
Yeah, sorry my handwriting is
No,
atrocious.
you're good. I think I'm losing my eyesight here. Getting dark.
Yeah, between where the catcher stands and the backstop, there's probably only 10, maybe 15 feet.
Yeah,
Not a lot of space.
not a lot at all. That one was fouled off by McKnight straight over our broadcast booth here. 2-2 the count remains. Brundage throws that one outside. So 3-2 the count now, full count. Payoff pitch coming here. Fouled off again. What a battle between these two, huh?
You'd think this was a restaurant with all the tips. And I'll see you. We've hit that. It's 8:05, Austin. It's my bedtime. We've hit that point in the night.
Foul ball, not going to stay in play again. What pun do you have for us this time?
Foul ball. I don't. You can't force them. That's the thing.
That's true. That's true. Well, we're definitely in the double digits for this at bat. Swung on, might have gotten a piece of it, but caught anyways by Brinkman. First out.
I don't think she did. I don't think she got a piece.
You don't.
No. I didn't really hear anything.
So now filling in for Quincy Lilio, this is going to be Natalie Heath, the redshirt senior from Sharpsburg, Georgia.
Sometimes with a wood bat, a tip can be kind of hard to hear, but with the metal ones, you're hearing the tips.
So one out, runner remains on second. Swung on and hit well into center field, ranging back and watching it off the wall is Conway. She's going to throw this one in. Almost a collision there at second base. Ball's going askew in the infield.
Maybe a base running mistake there from number 5, too. Could have scored.
Instead, she holds up at third, but it's going to be a double in her first appearance, Natalie Heath.
Yeah, and Ansley Bennett, the base runner there that didn't quite make it home, and maybe part of that is self-preservation. She knows she's got to get back in the circle after this, doesn't want to slide, take the bump. Hey, I get it. Pitching is taxing.
Ball one just a tad low there. Up now for the Gamecocks is Lexi Shaver. So we're starting to see a lot of new ABs tonight from, you know, people who have returned. Some players like Natalie Heath. She's a returner, obviously a redshirt senior, been here all 4 years. But Lexi Shaver, redshirt junior from Kennesaw State, came over with Emma Friedel.
I was going to say, the second Kennesaw State player on this team.
Yep. Originally from Riverton, Utah. She faces a 2-1 count here. Fouled off, 2-2.
Getting a little cold. I just had to shake it off a little bit.
Yeah, it was very cold this morning with the breeze. Even in the shade for most of the day, it was pretty cold. Got here, it was a little warm for the start of game 1, but since then it has cooled off. I'd say probably by about 10 degrees now.
And that's Austin McConnell with your weather.
And that's, yep, that's me. The old trusty meteorologist over here. The payoff pitch, swung on, fouled back. They'll go at it again.
I'd just like to say for the people, every time a ball gets fouled straight back, it really does sound like we're under attack. it hits the pure sheet metal on top of us.
Yeah, it's loud. It's loud. Especially when it gets really high and then it comes crashing down on it. That's when it sounds like an explosion. But another fouled ball. 3-2 the count. Runners on second and third. Umpire very enthusiastically ripped off his mask. I thought he was going to give us a theatrical call there, but bases are now loaded as it's ball 4.
Maybe he was just getting sweaty. I don't know.
Yeah. So Lexi Shaver reaches. Strike one called there.
Absolute heck of a frame from Brinkman. I don't exactly know if the pitch was going to be outside without interference, but she took any notion of that away.
That one's inside. Ball 1-1 the count now.
I will say when the USCB catchers have been keeping the ball in their mitts, they've been framing it well.
Swung on and hit into short left field. That one's going to be caught. That'll be the second out of the inning, and the bases remain loaded. So Dakota Potter getting her first look in the batter's box tonight. The outfielder, 5'5" freshman from Norco, California. Makes the cross-country travel to come play some SEC ball for Coach Ashley Chastain-Woodard. Another lefty in this Gamecock batting order.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. That one's going to be outside for ball 2. 2-0 is the count. 5-1 your score if you're just joining us.
I think that might be something else that Chastain Woodard is going to experiment with is the handedness of this lineup. She's got a lot of lefties and righties to mix between.
That one's fouled off.
Attempted catch from a Sand Shark fan, no good.
That went perfectly off the very skinny rail right behind the Sand Sharks bench. Some hard-hitting journalism there. Anyways, 2-1 the count. Bases loaded, 2 outs. That one's just a little inside for home plate umpire's liking. 3-1 the count. Precious Bras in the on-deck circle. And we're going to have to wait until the next inning to see her, as that's a fly out from Dakota Potter. But the Gamecocks tag on one more and take a 5-1 lead here in the bottom of the second. 3 outs from the Sand Sharks. They'll get back to offense and look to cut into this lead. Top half of the third inning coming up in just a few moments. You're watching NCAA softball on SGTV. Back here for the top of the third, Kate Conway in the box. Chops at that one, sends it back for strike one, foul ball. Last time Kate Conway was up, she singled and then scored the lone run for the Sand Sharks to give them the 1-0 lead back in the first. Since then, it's been all Gamecocks.
It absolutely has. You know, I'm a big pattern man. 4 runs in the bottom of the first, 1 run in the bottom of the second, an exact mimic of the first game for the Gamecocks.
Good eye, Mr. Perrone, as that one's thrown on to first. Infield ground out for Conway.
Play made by Shea Anderson. Good quick feet, that lateral movement. We usually see Carly Shelton over there at shortstop, but she goes between second and short.
Yeah, she's the definition of middle infielder.
Yes.
She will fluctuate between short and second. Kind of switching off with Anderson throughout the year, I would assume.
Well, can we even assume about this team at this point in time?
Yeah. We've seen a lot of them play tonight, and they've all looked solid. And obviously, no disrespect to USCB, but it's not SEC on SEC competition.
This will not be the caliber of team that the Gamecocks will see most of the time. It is true.
This is not the UCLA team they saw last year.
No.
When they were making their deep playoff run and had a 1-0 series lead. It was a best of 3. Had the lead in game 2 as well, as that one's flied out to center and caught by Lilio. That's not Lilio, that's McKnight.
That
actually.
is McKnight.
So some defensive substitutions as well from the Gamecocks.
Pitcher number 77, Cassie Brundage.
So now back up to the plate is Cassie Brundage.
I was looking down there and I said, no, that doesn't look like Quincy Lilio.
As soon as I said it, I was like,
Surely not.
Ball 1 is high and outside, 2 away quickly here for this Gamecock defense. Ansley Bennett still going to work in the circle.
Yeah, I wonder how long she's going to let ride.
Well, she keeps getting out of these quick innings. I would assume Chastain Woodard. We've seen Bennett, we've seen Friedel, we've seen Lamb.
Right now,
Kelly.
Lamb's in the bullpen.
Okay. So we've seen almost over half of the Gamecock bullpen tonight.
First pass ball we've seen for the Gamecocks tonight as Winters couldn't quite snow cone that high one.
Yeah, and after 3 straight balls, Winters is going to call a timeout and go calm Bennett down, the freshman getting her first look of NCAA play tonight. So if you're Brundage, are you taking all the way here on 3-0 with 2 outs?
Yes.
Enough said. 3-0 pitch takes all the way. It's right down the middle for strike 1.
Now you play some softball.
Yeah, there you go. Now you take the bat off your shoulder, and with a 3-1 count, 2 outs, you can get a little aggressive here. She fouls that one off, so good job by Bennett battling back.
I'm
Sounds
no
like
ump.
the talk with Winters went well.
I'm no ump, but I believe that would have been ball 4. Was tailing in very heavily late break.
Yeah.
Maybe a screwball. I couldn't see the movement perfectly up here.
Full count pitch. 2 outs. Swung on, fouled back. Just getting a piece of that
It is a screwball
is Brundage. Yep.
because she threw it again.
Yep. I was about to say that was almost an exact replica. Brundage was a little bit better on the timing there. Just got under it a tad. Three-two pinch once more is low. So first walk of the night from Bennett. And a 2-out base runner now awarded to the Sand Sharks.
Yeah, not quite sure how easy it was to hear me say it earlier, but Neely Lamb is back in the bullpen for the
Yeah.
Gamecocks. I'm not sure when she's going to come in, if it's next inning or the one after. I'd assume next inning.
Once again, if you're just joining us, a 5-inning game, the second of 2 games today. Gamecocks won 14-0 in the first 5-inning matchup between these two. And Brinkman, here in the top half of the third, is up to bat for USCB. Leaves that one high for ball 1.
And I have a working theory that every single bat on this Sandchuck lineup at least has some purple in it.
You are a pattern guy.
I am a pattern guy. Yeah, it's true.
The 1-0 swung on and missed. And now we've got a run down at second. Tag made, out made. Great job there. Popping up quick was Winters. Threw it on down the first. Rhodey throws it on over to Shelton. And Brundage, just 2 pitches after reaching on a walk, is gunned out at second. So we were talking about how good the Gamecock defense has looked tonight. Another good example there.
Yeah, I'd say the defense has looked best in the infield, mostly because a lot of the balls haven't made it to the outfield. But that said, when you have a middle infielder like Shelton and Rhodey at first, and great pop from Winters. We saw a lot of that last season where even if she wasn't as much of an offensive threat as other catchers, Winters was kept in because of her pop time, especially if teams had faster base runners. So, yeah, this team is incredibly fundamental,
Yep.
if I had one word. I said it earlier about a particular player. I think it was Carly Shelton. I said defensive yet aggressive. I would say that about this whole team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the perfect way to sum it up right there, Tyler. And we kind of saw that going, kind of not trying to harp on Gamecocks' tough loss in UCLA in the Women's World Series bracket last year, but that was kind of part of it. It's just it kind of fell apart defensively there for a little bit in that series, and that kind of allowed UCLA to come back in the second game, and eventually they took home the chicken. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
To comb the chicken.
Took home the chicken.
Was that a Gamecock pun?
I think that was kind of, I ran out of things to say.
That's okay. hey, and
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah. So, Precious Bross from Columbia, South Carolina, stayed home. Well, actually went to Georgia first and then came back Originally from Irmo, went to Irmo High School.
We have a friend or two that went to Irmo High School.
There you go. Take strike one there. 0-1 the count here in the bottom half of the third. 5'7" sophomore wearing number 1 on her back. Watches that one for ball 1. Even count. On deck is Lexi Winters, the Gamecock catcher for the evening. 1-1 to Bross. Swung on and hit hard into left field. Ranging back is Whitlock and getting under it to make the routine fly out. Good cut there from Bross. Just got a little too under it.
Very good cut. Very, very good cut. I liked what I saw there. I'd like to credit Brundage, though. Really, really varied in speed from the second ball to the fourth ball thrown in that at-bat.
So that brings up Lexi Winters. She had a double her last time up, ended up scoring on the same cycle. Takes ball 1 there. Ball outside, 2-0.
Seems like that's where Brundage is missing a lot, is in that lefty batter's box.
Yeah, leaves it kind of high, too. The 2-0 with 1 out, swung on and hit into center field. This time it's going to be Conway getting under it and making the grab, so 2 away quickly here for the Sand Sharks. So that brings up Shay Anderson. She had an RBI double, scoring Lexi Winters last inning in their last AB. The pitch to her is going to find the outside corner for strike 1. So 0-1 the count, 2 outs, 5-1 the score of our game here. That one's going to be ripped into center field, but Conway there to get the line out.
That is the first scoreless inning for the USCB Sand Sharks.
Yep. Quick 3 outs there. Ends the third inning. 2 more innings of play remain, and you're going to catch them all live here on SGTV. You're watching NCAA softball on SGTV. Back here at Beckham Field inside Carolina Stadium. New pitcher for the Gamecocks once more, KG Favors. Wears number 25, freshman from Orange Beach, Alabama. And Tyler, we kind of just mentioned it to each other. We didn't see her in the bullpen getting warm, but I was kind of mentioning it last inning where Chastain Woodard, in my eyes, it seemed like she was trying to get through the bullpen as much as she can. We didn't expect Joy Hurd to kind of pitch tonight. We've seen her and what she can do in previous years. She's obviously a senior here too as well.
She's an Iron Man. I've seen her go like 7, 8 innings deep and let up a run.
Yeah. So the only one we haven't seen pitch tonight so far is Josie Marin, and we have one more inning of play after this, so we shall see who will wrap this one up for the Gamecocks tonight.
Well, I was a tad confused because I saw Neely Lamb in the bullpen and not KG Favors, but who am I going to say no to? Not Ashley Chastain Woodard.
She knows a lot more than I do. The 1-1. Outside corner for strike 2.
And I'm going to try to look at KG's release a little more, but she got some oomph on that last pitch.
The 1-2. Fouled off by Brinkman. Emma Brinkman, the catcher, had a single back in the first inning and an RBI. She knocked in Kate Conway, and that was the lone run for the Sand Sharks this game. Avoided a second straight shutout, so good for them.
She did, and she also knocked off the trend that we saw in Game 1. We saw 4-run bottom of the fourth, 1 run bottom of the second, 1 run bottom of the third, 0 runs in the bottom of the third in reality for this Gamecocks team. So they're already at a slower pace than they were last game.
Inside, but rung up. Strike 3. Brinkman will head back to the dugout. And first strikeout as a Gamecock for KG Favors.
I know it would absolutely tear her shoulder, but I would love to see KG Favors rip it overhand.
I'd be interested to see how much power she could get on it, because I feel like it'd be a lot.
Yeah.
And she shows her power there with an absolute fastball right down the middle.
She kind of leans forward in the circle too, finishes sort of, not hunched isn't the right word, but she gets a lot of forward movement, catches herself on that front foot.
Yeah,
that's where she gets all her power from.
She gets downhill, exactly. Up to bat now is Sydney Kibler, the sophomore from Illinois, attended St. Anthony High School. And she'll watch that one low for ball 2. So 2-1 with 1 away, nobody on. Righty on righty matchup here. First time we've seen Kibler in the box for the Sand Sharks. Swung on and hit down the right field line. This one's going to be foul and into the Gamecock bullpen, where no one is currently residing from our advantage viewpoint.
Well, we don't know. It was, KG Favors was in there sneaky last time.
That's true. So that evens the count up at 2 apiece.
I'm hearing a dog bark. I don't know if
dog.
that's.
I don't see it though.
Yeah, it might be a dude.
Swung on, grounder, foul, down the third base line.
We're playing Alabama, not Georgia, tomorrow. That's strange.
Both would be a ridiculously tough matchup after South Carolina's start to their season.
You have no faith, Austin.
Oh, I have a lot of faith. I had a lot of faith at the beginning of the year, too, and look where that got us.
Welcome to Gamecock Nation.
Oh, yeah. Big swing and a miss. Good power there from Favors. Gets her second strikeout.
But
Sits down Brinkman and now Kibler.
as much as some students are, unhappy with the football team, calling for the firing of Mike Shula with a pitifully attended protest on campus, this is one of the teams that you should be watching.
Yeah.
If you're a Gamecock fan. They have the potential to go all the way, as they had the potential last year, as does the women's basketball team and a few other absolutely great athletic teams at this university. Sometimes I think people only watch football and say this school is bad at sports, when in reality it's a good football team. We're in the SEC, and you're in the SEC for just about every other sport as well.
And listen, you're going to play in a gauntlet every year.
Yes.
They play Bama. They play Ole Miss. They play A&M. They play top 5, top 10 teams every week in any sport because the SEC is a powerhouse conference for athletics. And even sports like baseball, who are historically good, have won back-to-back championships before, they struggled last year. They had a very rare off year.
Yes.
And it was not pretty. But you can still look forward to it because you know historically how good they can be. And they've got a good coaching staff over there as well.
They do, absolutely. Paul Manieri, legend in his own right. Yeah, I think we should stop talking about other sports. But
well, we're in between innings right now,
yes,
obviously.
But for the baseball team, I think that one of the things fans were least excited to see was not only was that a down year for the baseball team, but it was a down year for the last year of Ethan Petrie.
Yes. Switching over to a smaller diamond here, we've got NCAA softball exhibition match between USCB, that stands for University of South Carolina at Beaufort, and the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. 5-1 is our score. You're watching on SGTV alongside Tyler Perrone. I'm Austin McConnell. We want to thank you for joining us tonight. Second game in a 2-game evening, both 5-inning matches. 2-0 is the count to Ansley Bennett, who's looked pretty solid in the circle tonight. Pitched about an inning, maybe 2. I think it was 2 innings.
Yeah. She's gotten some burn in the box and on the base paths as well.
She fouled that last one off, making it a 2-1 count now. No out, nobody on. 2-1 pitch. Outside corner, just a tad low. 3-1 the count. Swung on and ripped down the third base line, foul. Got over the fence, but it's about 30 feet more to the right, and it's fair.
We saw a home run that looked really similar to that earlier for the Gamecocks.
Yes, we did. "3-2 is in the dirt, so reaching on a walk will be Bennett. Brundage still on the mound for the Sand Sharks. And now Nia McKnight, who's gotten some good looks here tonight. She's kind of started as a pinch runner. Now she's gotten a full-time role here in the second game. Has batted a couple times. And a very underrated player in my eyes as well.
Yes.
I liked her a lot last year. She brought a lot to the team. Obviously very quick speed. Obviously why she's a pinch runner. But she brings a lot to the box too. She's got a quick swing. Runner takes off from first. Throw goes wide.
That was a really good play, too, to stop the ball from even getting past that, because I was going to say go 3, and then the ball was in a glove. So, but back to Nia McKnight, I think the thing that makes her excel is that she relishes in her role. She loves to be on the bases.
That one's fouled back. Count will be 1-2.
Sounded like a cannon going off in Columbia.
Some fireworks for unsure what. It is homecoming weekend here, so great crowd on hand here tonight.
That would make sense. I was going to say, yes, your classic October 24th fireworks, an American tradition.
Oh, yeah. Here's another one. 1-2. Some fireworks of their own from the Gamecock offense tonight. They put up 14 in game 1. They've put up 5 so far here in game 2. We're just over halfway through. McKnight will fly out to short right field. The second baseman, Alexander, kind of went back and made that grab. Very routine. So 1 out, runner on second. And that brings up Natalie Heath. Once again, Brundage still in the circle. 7 hits for the Gamecocks in this one, 4 for the Sand Sharks. Nice pitch there, took a lot off. Kind of froze Heath in the box, and it's a 0-1 count. Good crowd, blankets have come out, definitely has gotten chillier. First week, it's kind of felt like fall here in Columbia.
But that should tell you just how well attended and well known these softball games are. People know to bring blankets.
Yeah. Yeah, and a great crowd. It's an exhibition match, and almost half the stadium's full.
Yeah.
So Gamecock Nation showing out for a team that they're going to have high hopes for this season. After a great run last year, Chastity Woodard's first year coming from Charlotte, brought a lot of players with her. A lot of them have since graduated. A couple still remain, but about half of them, I'd say, maybe 60% have graduated so far, and that was kind of the challenge. You know, you can bring a lot of players from a pretty solid American Conference team, very solid team, but now you got to go out, you got to recruit, you got to find girls to fill the roles, fill the gaps. As Heath is going to fly out to short third base there, coming up to make the grab. was number 18, Ashley Greiser. Greaser, probably, excuse me.
But the thing with losing those Charlotte girls, great American Conference team, but a lot of them have been replaced with SEC talent.
Yes.
You got Georgia transfers. You got Ole Miss transfers. We had Lilio last year, too, but that's an Oklahoma transfer. NC State as well. Florida, people want to come to this team. Mississippi State, people want to come to this team because Chastain Woodard, even in her first year, showed what you can do with a group of ragtag girls and some spirit.
She's proven the Gamecocks can be winners on the softball diamond. 2 outs, 1-1 the count. Lexi Shaver up to bat, the Utah native, and also a transfer, this time from Kennesaw State. A couple of those on the team as well, as that ball gets away from Brinkman and advancing to third.
Even though the loss to LSU last year was heartbreaking, most fans didn't even think that we would get that far. They say, Charlotte, what kind of program is that? And yet Chastain Woodard has come and punched them in the mouth and said, what? No, come on.
Yeah, don't give up on us yet. And she's going to be looking to prove this season, but so far in these exhibition matches, team's looking great. She's proving that it wasn't a one-off fluke season. They're here to play.
Yeah.
They were top 5 in the softball standings for the SEC all of last year and looked very solid, competed with the best of the best.
Yeah.
That Alabama series was really fun one to watch between those two teams. That was a really good one. That was a 3-game series held here in Columbia. Just good matchups across the board, and that's what we were talking about earlier with how good the SEC is as a whole.
Exactly.
Let alone softball.
Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas now.
Yep. And now the Gamecocks are kind of starting to punch their ticket into that conversation. That one's ripped into left center. That's going to score a run, potentially 2, as that gets all the way to the wall. Waving her home, Shaver is going to come in and score. It's a 2-run stand-up double for Tate Davis. And she had an RBI double back in the first inning, so that's 3 on the night.
She knows what she likes.
Yes, she does. Number 8 in the white and garnet pinstripe uniform makes this a 7-1 game.
And I'd be remiss to not tell you that this is not the last exhibition. The Garnet and Black World Series starts Monday, and it also goes on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. All of those games starting at 3 p.m. local time here at Beckham Field.
Make sure you tune into those. Thank you for tuning in here tonight on SGTV. Pitch way inside there. Dakota Potter back up to the plate with Bross in the on-deck circle. 2 outs. Good two-out RBI double. 2 RBI double, excuse me. That pitch goes high, 2-1 the count. Swung on and ripped into right field. It's going to be a line out to the right fielder for the Sand Sharks. Gamecocks score 2 more in the bottom half of the 4th. And we'll head into the final inning of our 2-game evening here tonight. 7-1 the score. You're watching NCAA softball on SGTV. Back here for the final inning of the night. KG Favors still on the mound for the Gamecocks. Her second inning of work set to get underway. Her first opponent will be number 18, Ashley Greaser, the junior from Apollo Beach, Florida.
It's a really nice beach.
Yeah.
I've been a few times.
Nice. Tyler Perrone, the Florida native.
Floridian.
Alongside
Austin McConnell. The North Carolinian.
The North Carolinian, yeah. I didn't have to travel too far to come down here to Columbia, just about an hour and a half north of here. Very quick and easy trip. Quick and easy trip for USC Beaufort. We want to thank them for coming out here to Beckham Field and Carolina Stadium. That one's outside for ball one, so even count at one apiece. And what I've loved about this Beaufort bench is no matter the score, even when they were down 14-0 in the final inning last game, excuse me, they were still just as loud as they were in the first.
Yeah.
And they still are here on offense.
I think that that's going to pay off when they're playing teams of a similar caliber to them.
Yes.
Far and away.
Yes.
And playing games at home as well.
Right. And they know the cards are stacked against them coming into an SEC opponent on a Friday night on the road.
More people here than usual because of homecoming and football and whatnot.
Exactly.
I don't think there's any shame in this Sand Shark team. There shouldn't be.
Honestly, what I saw of them, I thought they played very well. I thought their pitchers played very well also. And they had a tough road ahead. I mean, they're going up against a lot of power and a lot of speed in the Gamecock offense as KG Favors adds another strikeout to her stat sheet on the night. One out here in the top half of the fifth.
Well, and to talk about the pitching for USCB as well, it's better to put the ball in the zone and let it get hit than walk runs in. I don't think that there's any shame in getting smashed. There's more shame in not being able to play some catch with your catcher.
Allie McClear, sophomore from Pelzer, South Carolina. Swings at that one. It's going to put it in the gap in right center. McKnight almost got there from center. That was a pretty close play. I think she thought about diving, might have lost her footing a little bit, but it's a single for the Sand Sharks, and they're staying alive here in the top half of the fifth, down 6.
I questioned if she was going to dive as well, but I think she kind of took a second and thought about it.
McKendry Davis up next. She's from Greenwood, North Carolina. 5'7" freshman. Quick circle visit from Lexi Winters. They're going to talk over how they want to handle Davis. So one out, runner on first. 7-1 your score.
I'm not sure if they have much of a scouting report on her. She's only a freshman.
That one's thrown in the dirt, gets away. Very rare out of what we've seen tonight from the Gamecocks. I think that's only the second wild pitch we've seen.
It is.
So 1-0 is the count. Runner advances to second. McClear is now in scoring position for the Sand Sharks. And I've seen crazier things happen. 6 runs in the top half of the fifth. Obviously the goal for the Sand Sharks here. Outside corner called strike one.
Far easier than the 14-run deficit they faced last game, that's for sure. For sure.
So 1-1, 1 out. Favors, comes set. Delivers just a tad low. Winters directing traffic in the infield. Kind of quarterbacking this Gamecock defense right now. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled off. 2-2 the count. So McClear on second. Davis steps back into the box. Favors comes set. Winds, delivers. Grounder, left side. Play made. Throw back over to third, just a little too tall for Tate Davis. So McClear will get from second to third. Natalie Heath made the play from third to get out Davis, and there's 2 away. So now Savannah Oberdorf, freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. Looking to keep this one alive for the Sand Sharks. Takes that one high and outside for ball 1.
I'd assume the Gamecocks will hit again no matter what.
Soraya Simmons in the on-deck circle for the Sand Sharks. Runner on third, 2 outs, 1-0 pitch. Finds the zone, 1-1. Favors, delivers. Grounder knocks it down with her glove, flips it with her glove, and gets the, oh no, she's called safe. She beats it out. And so the Sand Sharks score another run.
Wow.
Great effort there from Favors.
Yeah, I thought she was out, but to be fair, I was looking at the ball in the air and not the feet.
That's true. Well, I think I was as well.
Crafty play.
Yeah.
Crafty play for sure.
She knocked it down with her glove, picked it up with her glove, and then flipped it with her glove. Didn't even need her free right hand.
Yeah, she just squeezed it and let it go.
Yeah. Grounder right back to her. This one they will get as the play is made. And that'll do it for the top half of the 5th.
We do know the victor of this game.
Yes. Gamecocks will sweep the night. They'll carry a 7-2 lead into the bottom half of the 5th, where they will bat one more time. If you're new to softball, normally they would not, because the Gamecocks are the home team. In the final inning, they're up. But it's an exhibition match, and we're having fun.
Yeah.
So why not let them hit one more time?
Let's get some reps.
Yeah.
Let's get warm. Stay warm on this increasingly chilly night. Even the Sioux jacket might have to.
Yeah. And that gives Bross a chance to come back up. She's been stranded in the on-deck circle a couple times so far.
Yeah. The yawns are coming. The coughs are coming.
Yep.
It is. I love fall. I think it may be my favorite season. And then I get allergies.
So real. Fall is one of the best seasons. You've got all the different sports going on. You got NBA, NHL starting up, hockey and basketball in general starting up. You got football in full swing. You got, softball and baseball kind of starting their season as well.
Yeah.
They're not too far, right around the corner. This is an early fall exhibition match, but we're halfway through October, and then
Fall is the optimal time for sports. Still got the World Series going on.
Still got the World Series, yep. Ross is going to watch that one skip in the dirt. Brundage still on the mound. She's been
here
working
the whole time.
Oh, yeah. 1-0 outside for ball 2. So 7-2 would be the final score in a normal 5-inning game, I guess. Pending any more Gamecock runs here tonight, it was a lot closer than the first one.
True. That was a A bit of a misnomer in itself, your normal 5-inning game.
Yeah. I said that, and I was like, well.
It's all good. Some people, this may be their first time watching college softball of any kind.
That's true.
And if it is, I'm glad it's with us.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Grounder up the middle. Bross is going to reach first. She'll make the turn but hold up, and it's a single here in the bottom half of the fifth.
You've got to be a real ball enjoyer to be watching Friday night audio-only SEC softball as your first intro to the game.
Yeah, if you came looking for the game and only saw our pretty faces,
You're
still
welcome.
here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. High fly ball in the left field. Under it, routine fly out, one away, as Bross will go back to first. That was Lexi Winters in the box, who just flew out on the first pitch she saw. That brings up Ansley Bennett. He's had a pretty solid night, both in the circle and in the box.
Shohei Ohtani.
Watches that one fall in the zone for strike one. Wind is blowing kind of towards left field, not a heavy wind, a slight steady breeze. We've seen both home runs leave the fence on the left field side.
Yes.
One from McKay and one from Rhodey.
I'm still thinking about that McKay swing, to be honest.
It's pretty.
It is
It's
pretty.
The tall stance, and then you see her kick her leg to get into the swing, and it's just, you know, some power is about to come.
I wonder if she has family members who played baseball.
Had to have. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Or maybe not. Who knows? I know nothing about any of these people's personal lives.
They probably don't even know I'm calling their game right now.
They don't even know who you are.
And that, yeah.
But isn't that the beauty of it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Living the dream. That sounded sarcastic. This is
No, this is I'm
it.
having a
Like,
great
this
time.
is the dream.
I'm having a fantastic time.
Yeah. Alongside Tyler Perrone, and I'm also McConnell. Well hit ball in the left center field. That's got some range on it. It's going to hit off the wall, take a big bounce. And it's going to be a stand-up triple. One run will score.
Second triple of the night we saw. The first one belonging to Quincy Lilio
Yep.
in the first at-bat of the first game, I believe.
Yes. The first hit. So Lilio had the lone triple all the way until the bottom half of the fifth in the second game. And Ansley Bennett continues to impress here. And now Nia McKnight, who's also had a solid night for the Gamecocks, steps back into the box. That one's just going to miss inside. Ball one with one out and runner on third. 8-2 now the score. Natalie Heath in the on-deck circle. That one's going to skip towards Brinkman. Brinkman's had a lot of work to do behind the plate tonight. She's done well.
She has.
She's been very mobile.
She's been very mobile and a very good framer.
Yes. Didn't have to frame that one.
No.
That's right down the middle.
I would have said the same exact thing.
Yep. 2-1, the count now. I think McKnight was kind of just waiting until Brundage pitches to her. Just missing that outside corner, 3-1 the count.
A really loud applause for ball three.
I heard that too. I was thinking about that. 3-1. Inside ball four. So McKnight will reach on a walk and put runners on the corners. Natalie Heath now up to the plate. That'll put Lexi Shaver in the on-deck circle. McKnight takes off from first.
I told her she loves the base pass.
Yeah.
She could do nothing but pinch run all season, even though I bet that's probably not exactly what she had envisioned. But she could do nothing but that all season and have a good time and be productive.
And she loves her leadoffs, too.
Yeah.
She was basically playing shortstop after that pitch from Brundage was a little wide, making it 1-1. Runners in scoring position. Heath watches that one inside, 2-1 the count.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a correlation or anything, but the Gamecocks stand almost completely upright on base, whereas we saw that sort of three-point position from the Sand Sharks.
Ball 3, making it 3-1. Quick timeout here from Brinkman. She's going to go talk to Brundage. Still went out, 8-2. Swung on and popped straight up. Brundage calls off the infield, gets under it, and makes the second out. So that will bring up Lexi Shaver one more time.
The mask came off, too. She had to get a real good look at it.
It's tough to lose it in these lights.
Yeah.
Swung on and hit well into left center, ranging back and making the grab, ending this one. Gamecocks will take the win 8-2. They outscore the Sand Sharks 20. Yeah, it was 22.
22?
Right? Yeah, 14-0. Right,
14
that's right.
plus 8, 22.
Had to do some math there. Outscoring them 22-2. Gamecocks wrap up their exhibition game against the Sand Sharks in a good fashion. Looked very solid here tonight. 10 innings of play, 22 runs scored. What impressed you more, Tyler, the offense or the defense?
For the Gamecocks, I would say the offense, because I knew people like Rhodey and Shelton and Lelio were going to contribute, but then you got Byers and Anderson and just people hitting doubles and triples and the Aaron Judge. I mean, McKay, homer there. The unknowns coming into play and cementing themselves and saying, this is still the same Gamecock team. We can still drop 10 plus in any game. It was great. The defense was good as well, and the pitching was fantastic. But I think really the offense here was good. Not only were they hitting the ball, they were drawing walks, they were getting on base, and they were stealing bases. So I think it was the offense ultimately.
Successful night for the Gamecocks all around. We want to thank you for joining us here on SGTV. Alongside Tyler Perrone, I'm Austin McConnell. We want to thank you for joining us on SGTV. NCAA softball, the Gamecocks win over the USCB Sand Sharks.